national anthem. We'll go ahead and stay live so you can listen to it. The Cougars are coming out on the field, a few of them. It's a beautiful night for football.
I took you guys off the air because I can't hear you.
Oh, I stuck my head out the window. Sorry about that, Lucy. All right, you can bring it.
I can't hear you.
Okay, I didn't know if you could or not. I put the microphone out the window. I didn't know.
All right.
Okay. We're ready whenever you are.
All right, we're coming up on 30 seconds.
Do you have a sheet?
Yeah, I do. Why? For me?
A sheet.
What do you mean?
I brought some. You didn't bring them up here?
Here. You can use that one.
Bust you right in the head.
All right, we're coming up on 10 seconds.
So who got hurt?
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford. Streaming live on our website, kwkm.com. That's kwkm.com. We apologize. We thought you could hear the national anthem. Apparently that wasn't quite loud enough. The captains, here comes the Cougars. The captains are out on the field, all the seniors for sure, and here comes the rest of the Cougar team. The captains are out meeting with the captains from the other team. We're getting ready for a ball game. This should be a good one, too. I think Payson's fighting for their life in the playoff scenario.
The playoff scenario, absolutely, and Sholo's definitely fighting for the number one position. They are only point a big favor for you.
So we're about to get underway. We're going to go back to the station and take a half-minute timeout, and we'll be back. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford.
All right, you're clear.
You got Sholo?
Don't you know who Sholo is?
Okay. Knock. Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford.
A little bit louder.
Okay. Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford.
Perfect. You got 6 seconds.
Okay. You don't have a Sholo?
All I have is mine.
Oh, I got one down there. Welcome back to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford. We're here at Cougar Coliseum awaiting the kickoff, where the Sholo Cougars are hosting the Payson Longhorns. Payson, as we mentioned before, is in a fight for their lives. They are right on the edge of not making it into the playoffs. The Cougars are right on the edge of going undefeated in the regular season, which is a big feat, especially just having the momentum going into the playoffs. Just knowing what you've just done in the regular season has to be a big boost going into the playoffs.
It can be a huge boost, but at the same point in time, it can be a hindrance because, you think that you're untouchable and you're playing some of these teams, like Payson being 5-3 and think that it's going to be an easy game. But let's get ready for kickoff here.
You're absolutely right. Here comes the Notary. Gardner is going to kick it off. He's going to be taking it about the 7-yard line, still on his feet. Going to make it out close to the 24-yard line. Who was that on the return?
I didn't get to see the number on him. It was decent grab. He grabbed it at the 7, quickly cut up to the near hash and back out to center field there before he got tackled after a 17-yard gain. But I couldn't see the number of the gentleman that picked and received it.
I think it was number 23, Ruben
Estrada,
I believe. He's a captain for the Payson Longhorns. So here comes the Longhorns back in the shotgun position. Lone back, going to fake the handoff. No, he's going to hand it off to him. It's number 23 again, Estrada. Estrada's going to make it around the end. Going to pick up, it looks like he's going to pick up a few, maybe a couple.
Yeah, it was a quick handoff to the lone setback, number 23, Ruben Estrada. Quickly went through and ran off to the near side and got tackled for no gain. QB, the quarterback for Payson is Angel Jaquez.
So Jaquez going to bring his team to the line. They're all checking their wristbands, shotgun position, two backs to the far side. Going to hand it off. Looks like the number 23 once again. And it's going to be a minimal pickup there. It's going to bring up third and long.
Yeah, Sholo's doing exactly what they need to do, make sure they keep outside contained, and they're keeping Ruben Estrada to where he's not able to get outside to turn the corner. That's going to make it a long night for Payson if they can't get the blocks on the defensive linemen that they need.
Great defense by the Cougars thus far. Angel Jaquez, I don't know how you pronounce that name. Jaquez? You have any?
I'd say it's Jaquez.
Jaquez? So Jaquez, coming from the shotgun position, got three receivers split out to the far side. They're going from the tuner to the volume. Man in motion. Going to fake the handoff. No, they're going to hand it off to him. Fake me out. And he's going to get a loss of yards. That's going to bring up fourth and long.
Yeah, so they split Estrada out far left. Bring him in motion, quick handoff to him as he goes around to the right side. He picked up a half yard on the play. I mean, he ran 40 yards to pick up a half yard. And again, it was one of those that the defenders for Sholo are staying home, making sure they're keeping that outside contained.
So the Longhorns lined up in the punt formation. We're trying to see who they put back. Here's the punt. Going to be a running punt. Going to get it off. That's Brewer that was back for the Cougars, but the ball's not going to make it to him. It's going to go out of bounds on the far side. Looks about, where are they going to mark it?
They're going to mark it. It's only an 8-yard punt, basically, from the line of scrimmage. The ball went about, hit basically, if you see the track running around the football field, it hit in lane 4 of the track on the far side. And so when the referees come up and mark where it goes out, it was an 8-yard punt.
So when the ball went out of bounds, it got some flight on it. To us up here, it did get some flight, but it was all out of bounds. So it's going to be an 8-yard punt. Here comes the Cougars. Rhett Reichdorf, No Sweat Reichdorf, bringing his offense to the line here. One receiver to the far side, two to the near side. Single back, looking to pass the ball right off the bat. Going deep. Quentin Clark.
Oh, drop the ball.
In and out of the hands of Clark. They go deep. First play of the game, and in and out of the hands of Clark. Wow, that's a heartbreaker right there.
Yeah, that reminded me of the ASU game last night. Oregon's trying to score a touchdown, and they got number 7 wide open on the 10-yard line. The ball just goes in and out of his hands. It's definitely a disappointment, but, hey, at least Reichdorf hit him in stride in his hands. It's just a matter of Clark needs to come up with that ball.
That was a beautiful pass. Quentin Clark dislocated his thumb horribly last week against the Lobos, ended up in the hospital. So here comes Reichdorf, shotgun position, going to hand it off. That looks like Willie Wonka Wyatt. He's going to slide down, loses his footing there about the 25-yard line. So that's going to be a pickup of about 8 yards, looks like.
Yeah, definitely pick up the 8. So they hand off to Willie White. He cuts up. Looks like it's going to be a draw up the middle. He quickly bounces it out to the far right side and goes up until he tries to make a cut and falls on his own.
So here comes Reichdorf. Quick snap. Going to hand it off to White again. Right up the middle. That's going to be a first down. Move those chains. He's going to take it to about the 17-yard line.
Yeah, that was actually Jason Brown on there, and he's continuing where he left off last weekend with Snowflake, where he's given free pony rides for about 10 yards.
You're absolutely right. My mistake there. I didn't see him sub out. Jason Brown went off last week.
Oh, he was those free pony rides, man. Everybody was on him, and he was still carrying them for yards.
He was indeed. Here comes Reichdorf, bringing his offense to the line. There's the snap. Going to fake the handoff, looking to pass the ball again. And he has Jace Brewer.
Jace Brewer, yeah.
In the end zone. Beautiful pass. Again, Reichdorf is dialed in. Right over the shoulder. Dropped it right in the hands. Touchdown. Sholo. Beautiful play.
Yeah, Sholo lined up in that tight formation they did last week with the two running backs right behind the guard and the tackle. And on the snap of the ball, Jace Brewer just kind of goes into the line and quickly comes out there far end, and he was wide open in the end zone. And beautiful pass by Reisdorf right into him. Touchdown, 24-yard touchdown pass.
Here comes the notary. Cole, the notary, Gardner, puts his stamp of approval on the touchdown. It's good. Cougars up 7-0 here in the first quarter. We're going to take a half-a-minute timeout, and we'll be right back to Cougar Field. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford.
You're clear.
Thank you.
We're here so you don't have to quit fishing or tell the grandkids you can't keep up with them anymore. Wouldn't it be nice to get back in the gym again or be able to play a full 18 like the old days?
Summit Healthcare offers this active community the latest in orthopedic procedures. Whether it's a sports injury, total joint replacement, or something else, have your surgery and rehab right here at home.
Get the most out of life again. Visit summithealthortho.net today.
In HD on our website at kwkm.com. That's kwkm.com. So with just under 9 minutes remaining here in the first quarter, the Cougars get the ball, excellent field position on a muffed punt, and in and out of the hands of Quentin Clark on first down, which would have been a touchdown. They run it with Wyatt, then they run it with Jason Brown, and then Reisdorf throws a beautiful pass over the shoulder of Jace Brewer right into his hands. Touchdown, Sholo. Cole, the notary Gardner, comes on for the point after. Cole Gardner is ranked, last time I checked, is ranked 2 in the state as far as extra points and field goals.
I don't know when you checked last. I know prior to the start of last week, he was number 1.
Was he number 1?
He was number 1 kicking scorer.
Nice kick, taken by number 7.
Alex Suarez.
Alex Suarez gets the ball on the run and makes a pretty good run back. He's going to get it out to about the 33-yard line, 34-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10, Payson. We'll see if the Cougar defense can keep it going here and finish off this quarter strong. Here comes the Longhorn offense up to the line. Angel Jaquez. They got a little bit of confusion. They got men coming in and out. They're lined up in a tight formation, looks like a run formation, and they're going to take a timeout. We're going to go back to the studio for about half a minute. We'll be right back. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford.
You're clear.
Thank you. Suarez. Jaquez, was he number 1?
Number 1, 44 points.
I thought he was number 2 when we checked it on the internet. Yeah, he's killing it. Well, out of that.
Run up on 10 seconds.
44 points, number 1.
9,
But that's field goals and point after, so
7,
Kick
it's
scoring.
everything, yeah.
Kick scoring,
5,
yeah. Number 1.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford. Streaming live on our website, kwkm.com. That's kwkm.com. If you want to avoid the cold and still watch an outstanding high school football game, getting ready to go to the playoffs, log on. It's a great picture, just like watching the NFL. That's kwkm.com. Here comes Angel Jaquez bringing his offense to the line for the Longhorns. They're doing a shift. Got a receiver going out way wide. The men are down. There's the snap. Shotgun position. Going to hand it off to number 5. He gets a little bit on the edge, and he got hit good, but he slid down to make it look like a heck of a hit.
Yeah, Cameron Moore comes around the corner, takes the handoff from Jaquez, and as he goes through and gets ready and tries to cut to avoid the hit, he falls down on his own, tackled by himself after a 1.5-yard gain.
He got hit going down, but he was going down anyway. So, and that's going to be a minimal pickup of about 2 maybe. So here comes Jaquez to the line. Receiver split out to the far side, one to the near side. Man in motion, going to fake the handoff. It's a little quarterback keeper, and he's going to get some positive yards. That's probably the biggest offensive play they've had right there with the quarterback keeper.
Yeah, Jaquez did good on that one. He faked the handoff to the man in motion coming across, quickly pulls the read up on it, and was able to jump to the outside and far right side of the line and pick up a gain of 5.
So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 4 for the Longhorns. Jacquez calling out the play. Got 2 receivers split out to the near side, 2 to the far side. They're all looking at their wristbands. Cougars are going to jump. And it's going to be offsides on Cholo.
I don't know why they think it's offsides on Sholo. I mean, only the whole defensive line was in the offensive line gaps on that one.
There was like a safety back there that didn't move.
You're right. He didn't come across the line.
Everybody else jumped. That's pretty much. The official didn't even get excited to throw it. He just kind of took his time, like it's pretty obvious. So here comes Jacquez to the line. They all, every play, keep looking to the coaching staff. They all check out their wristbands. Jacquez is still, there seems to be a lot of confusion there with their offense right at first. Still looking around. He's going to go from the shotgun position. 2 receivers, and they're going to have a timeout. Payson, we're going to go back to the studio for a half a minute. We'll be right back. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford.
We're here so you don't have to quit fishing or tell the grandkids you can't keep up with them anymore. Wouldn't it be nice to get back in the gym again or be able to play a full 18 like the old days?
Summit Healthcare offers this active community the latest in orthopedic procedures. Whether it's a sports injury, total joint replacement, or something else, have your surgery and rehab right here at home.
We're here so you don't have to quit fishing or tell the grandkids you can't keep up with them anymore. Wouldn't it be nice to get back in the gym again or be able to play a full 18 like the old days?
Summit Healthcare offers this active community the latest in orthopedic procedures. Whether it's a sports injury, total joint replacement, or something else, have your surgery and rehab right here at home.
Get the most out of life again. Visit summithealthortho.net today.
Run it to the far side, and the Cougar defense, the men in the trenches, are doing their job. They're still pushing him back. So we'll have to see where they mark it. If it was any positive yardage, it wasn't much. Cougar defense is picking up right where they left off. The big men in the trenches. I'm no Angel Moreno, Stavi the Godfather Castillo, Jamie Black Widow Webb, Dallin Don't Call Me Papa John Tenney, and Dylan Gabba Yabba Gabbard are doing a great job. There's the snap. Jacquez going to try to get around the outside here. Still on his feet. That is number 1, Shane Law. Good pickup. Gets around the outside. He's brought down by Mason Fagoti. Mason Fagoti comes in from the backfield out there and comes in. Makes a great tackle. Going to pick up about 4 yards. Going to bring up 3rd down and about 6 yards for the Longhorns. Jacquez going from the shotgun position, 2 to the near side, 2 to the far side. Split out way wide to the far side. Here comes the snap. Looking to pass the ball. Under pressure. Gets it off to number 7. Still on his feet. They're trying to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the official gave him quite the spot there. They're giving him the first down no matter what, looks like to me. I didn't think he made it that far, but they're going to mark it, and we're going to see what they say. I think we might have to have a, no measurement here. It's going to bring up 4th down and about 1.5 yards for the Longhorns. Cougar defense all up on that play. They're trying to keep them from getting the first down. You can tell they're excited about going into the playoffs. When you go into the playoffs, the position they're in, it's exciting. Give me a handoff to number 7 to the near side. He gets taken down pretty quick, but not before he get a first down. So it's going to be 1st down. Payson. Tackle's made by Willie Wonka Wyatt. Like 5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Payson is driving. Cougars lead the ball game 7-0. The ball now is on the 41-yard line of the Cougars, and they're driving. Jacquez from the shotgun position got a man in motion. There's the snap, bobbled the snap, but it comes back to him. Oh, we got a flag down too. Jacquez goes down, and we have a Cougar down on the field. Cody Irwin, I believe. Looks too big to be Cody Irwin, but I think that was his number. We'll have to wait and see. Jamie Webb was in for the tackle. A flag come in. Jack Yez, it was a high snap. He bobbled it. Kind of went up in the air, but it comes straight down to him. He still tried to run and pick up some positive yards. So we're going to see what happens here. Cougars on top in this ball game, 7-0. The Cougars' first offensive possession was something to talk about. Let me tell you, they come out with a pass play. They get the ball after a muffed punt. They come out with a pass play over the shoulder of Quentin Clark, right over his shoulder, right into his hands. Quentin couldn't quite keep a hold of it. So they went to second down. They run it with Willie Wyatt. Then they run it with Jason Brown. And that could be Jason Brown out there hurt. That might be Jason Brown. They run with Jason Brown after Willie Wyatt. And then they pass it to Jace Brewer over the shoulder, right in the breadbasket, touchdown. And this isn't good for the Cougars to see, because that looks like Jason Brown being carried off the field for the Cougars. So our thoughts and prayers go with Colleen and Rob Brown and Jason Brown as he's being carted off. We hope and pray that he's all right. He's a great kid. Love that kid to death. Known him since the day he moved here. He's a great kid. So we hope and pray that he's all right. Back to the action. I don't know what the penalty was. I missed that trying to see who was hurt. But they're going to back way up. It's going to be first down and 20.
I believe it was a personal foul on that penalty. It moved him back 15 yards from the spot of the foul. Probably a low block on there, taking out a knee, and that's probably why Jason Brown's going to the locker room.
Could have been the other personal foul. Would probably be how hard you're breathing into the microphone. Don't you have like a what's it do? Valve stem like on a tire? You can let some air out.
Need oxygen. Not enough oxygen around here.
Oh, I missed you, you big ugly baboon. I missed this big ugly baboon. If you've seen a big ugly baboon like at a grocery store or something, hey, you've met Hugh the Neck Keeler. He's a lovable kind of guy. He is. He's just like a big teddy bear. I like rubbing his neck. It makes me happy. It doesn't make me laugh. It just makes me happy. Kind of like a Care Bear he is. So here comes Jack Yez. First down and 20. Fakes a handoff. No, he didn't. He handed it off. Whoa, that tricked me. That tricked you, too. I seen you looking at him still. You were like, he was looking. He's going to hand it off. Who was that to hand it off to there?
Just because you see that in your head doesn't mean anything. Handed it off to Ruben Estrada. He was the up back. Handed a quick handoff to him. Bust up the middle right off the center. Basically hit the A gap and just kind of quickly goes through. Luckily, Sholo guy was able to take him down after a gain of, looks like 9 on that play.
Yeah, something like that. Estrada has been there. Pretty much their number one go-to guy thus far. Got a man in motion, splitting that receiver way out wide again to the far side. There's the snap. Oh, they're looking to do that quarterback keeper, and guess what? He's not going anywhere.
That was a blown play on that one. So Ruben Estrada basically went to the left of the quarterback, and Angel Jacquez was looking for him to come to the right side, and missed handoff. When he realized nobody was there, he decided he needed to try to run, and basically lost 3 on the play.
Jamie Black Widow Webb was all up in the grill of Jacquez and a solo tackle, and Jamie Webb makes those solo tackles look good. Big kid, big long arms, wraps around him. Good-looking tackle. It's going to be a handoff right up the middle. He's going to be brought down by Angel Moreno, I believe.
Yeah, Shane Law basically lined up as, once they did the shift, he lines up as the tight end or the wingback to the right side. On the snap of the play, misdirection. Everybody goes to the right. He comes back the opposite way, takes the handoff from Jacquez, and cuts up into the middle and picks up the 5 that they just lost.
So that's going to bring fourth down at about 14 yards. And the punting team is out on the field. The Cougars don't have nobody back. There's a snap almost too high. He thought about running it there. I guess that's a design play, and it's going to go out of bounds. No, it's going to stay in bounds, but they're going to down it at about the 10-yard line, looks like. We'll have to see where they spot the ball at. We're going to take no, they're going to run it in pretty quick. Let's stay right here. What do you think so far about the game going on here, you? Cougars have been pretty much in control of the game, but Payson hasn't been out of the game either. Kind of a toss-up game.
Yeah, Payson, there's been a couple plays that they pretty much shot themselves in the foot that made them go backwards. The 15-yard penalty didn't help, and then the blown play where they missed the handoff didn't help them either. But, they're showing that they can move the ball. They just need to be able to put it together without the mistakes.
Here comes the Cougar. Reisdorf bringing his offense to the line. Lone back, looking to pass the ball. Two receivers out here to the far side, looking for that quick button hook, and he hits Mason Fagoti to move those chains. First down, Cougars.
Yeah, nice little pass, 12-yard pass. Mason Fagoti just comes from the slot, does basically a 10 and out, and basically the minute he comes out and he stops, he finds the open place where nobody's around him. Reisdorf finds him, throws the ball, completion for a 12-yard pickup.
Here comes Reisdorf bringing his offense to the line. Quentin Clark split out here to the near side. Two receivers to the far side. I can't see who the lone back is. There's the snap. Going to fake the handoff. Rolling out to the far side. Oh, in and out of the hands of Choo-Choo Fillingham, I believe.
Yes.
Levi Choo-Choo Fillingham. Just a little too open, a little too excited, and just drops the ball. Beautiful pass by Reisdorf.
Yeah, he basically just did, a 1-yard cross, and he's wide open, and Reisdorf sees him, puts it right there where he's supposed to. Unfortunately, he just drops the ball.
Just a little too excited when you're that wide open in a exciting game like this. Sometimes you get a little bit too excited and you just lose track for a second. Here comes Reisdorf bringing his offense to the line. Lone back, fakes the handoff, gets it out here to Quentin Clark to the near side. Going to get halfway past one would-be tackler, but it's going to be a pickup of looks like about 8 yards for Clark. That's going to bring up third down. Looks like 9 yards. Third down and about 1 for the Cougars.
Yeah, Quentin Clark got the ball, just basically, an 8-yard button hook, catches the ball, turns around, and basically gives a stiff arm pickup, a couple extra yards.
Here comes Reisdorf to the line, going to hand it off right up the middle, and we'll see where they mark Wyatt's run. It's going to be first down, Cougars, just a run right up the middle. We want to remind everybody tomorrow, Halloween, October 31st, and we know that October has been Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and Sholo Ford, Guy Hatch and his crew has offered a deal. You can go beat up the pink car for $10. You can hit it with whatever you want to, and Guy Hatch will match that $10. Dr. Love's going to be there about noon tomorrow to put my $10 in. I want to invite everybody down. There's the snap to Reisdorf, just going to overthrow. It was under some pressure back there. He just threw it a little too far, a little too wide for Quentin Clark. Quentin Clark had his man beat if he could have got that pass like he did earlier.
Yeah, he just basically runs a go pattern, takes off running. Reisdorf sees him, puts the ball out there, puts a lot of air on it. Unfortunately, he just threw it a little too deep and over the head of Quentin Clark. As far as going out to Guy Hatch and knocking on that car there, please come out and help, because John Swings isn't going to put a dent in that car.
I'll hit it with my head if I have to. Come on down. You can watch me headbutt the pink car at Sholo Ford tomorrow. I'm not going to say exactly at noon, but it's going to be around noon because tomorrow's the last day, and I've been going to do it all month long. And you got to remember, breast cancer is a major, major illness that we've experienced here on this mountain. In the small community, it seems like we see a lot more cases. It's just because we're a tight-knit community, but it's affected us. Many, it's affected me. My mother had breast cancer years ago. She's been a survivor. My little brother was just born, and he does the show on the pregame show, Papa Bear. So she's been alive for a long time, and it's in this day and age, we shouldn't have to see women have to go through this. So come on down, and I will headbutt the car. If you will give Guy Hatch $10, I will headbutt it, and Guy Hatch will put in $10 more. You want to come headbutt it with me, neck? You can neck butt it.
I just hit it with my hand.
Yeah? You hit it with that neck.
Pull out the sledge.
You hit it with that neck, we're going to have some damage, people. Yeah, the neck might break out the neck. That'll be exciting. That'll be something to watch. Here comes Reisdorf. Second down and 10. He's going to hand it off. Willie Wonka Wyatt breaks through right up the middle. Move those chains. Willie Wonka Wyatt's going to pick up about 15 yards on the play. Beautiful run. Beautiful blocking by the men in the trenches.
Yeah, basically, Reisdorf hands off to Willie Wyatt. He ends up right up into the A-gap, busts a couple tackles right on the line, and keeps on running, pick up a 16 on the play.
I'm telling you right now, if you don't have to deal with the people up on the line hitting you, and you could make it to the secondary hitting you, you got some momentum going, and that helps a lot. There's a snap to Reisdorf, rolling out to the far side, comes back to the near side. Oh, that's pass center. Yeah, he tackled him. Quentin Clark gets tackled. He comes back. Reisdorf couldn't get much on the ball. It's underthrown. Quentin Clark comes back for it, and the defender's like, oh, no, I can't get there, so I'm just going to tackle you. So he tackles Clark before he makes it back to the ball.
Yeah, Reisdorf rolled out to his left, and there was two men that one of the running backs, Willie White, had to pick up. Unfortunately, one come through, so Reisdorf was under pressure. Didn't come forward and throw off of his front foot. He ended up throwing way off his back foot, and therefore the ball just kind of sailed up high. Quentin Clark saw it, started cutting back into the field, and Angel Jacquez just goes through and grabs him a hold of the waist, which he didn't need to. And then, of course, it took a while for the referee to throw the flag as he's digging into those sweatpants trying to find the flag to throw it.
He couldn't find it. He knew he was calling the penalty. He just couldn't find the flag. He's got on about 5 layers of clothing out there, which I don't blame him. It's a brisk night out here in Sholo, Arizona. You better dress warm or log on, kwcam.com, and you can sit right there in your underwear in your nice warm house and watch the game in high definition. There's a snap. Reisdorf's going to hand it off. Willie Wonka Wyatt right up the middle. Nobody there at the line due to the big Cougar line, and he makes it all the way to the secondary. Move those chains. That's a pickup of
20 on the play.
20 yards on the play. Willie Wonka Wyatt. He's got good blocking up. He's got good blocking up front. Not to take away from Wyatt because he's a great runner. He's doing great. But that line is helping him, boosting his confidence.
Yeah, he ran that ball right off tackle. Nice big hole. He was able to jump in and break it into the middle of the field, and down he went for another 20 yards.
So here comes Reisdorf. Willie Wonka Wyatt's the lone back. Tyrese here's near side. Wyatt's still on his feet, still trying to drag one guy on his leg. They're going to bring him down. It's going to be a minimal pickup. It's going to be a pickup of it's going to pick up about 4. So a good pickup dragging one person on your leg the whole way.
It looks like they're only going to give him 2 yards on the play there. Not going to give him the lean as he fell forward there. They're going to say that he stopped before he fell forward and only give him 2 yards on the play.
That's still 2. If you're dragging somebody on your foot, pick up 2. There's the buzzer.
I don't know about that because, Jason Brown was carrying 5 people on his back and going for another 8 to 10 yards.
Jason Brown is a beast, though.
He was.
I'm going to tell you a quick story since we're here and it's the end of the quarter. I'm going to tell you a story. When Jason Brown come here, he was about 8 years old when they first moved here. And Jason Brown, we got him on a Little League team. And Jason Brown, at 8 years old, could hit the top of the fence in baseball, Little League baseball. Could hit the ball, and it would almost, I don't think he ever got one over that year, but he could hit it so far that it would hit the top of the fence. Not much for little kids to defend on there. If they're hitting it that far, that young, there's something wrong. Yeah, and he was rather big then, rather big. They tried to drug test him and everything, but I wouldn't let him do it because he was on my team, and it wasn't none of their business. Nah, just joking. Jason Brown's a great kid. I love his parents to death. They've been great supporters of Cougar football, and our thoughts and prayers go out to Jason Brown and his family. They carted him off the field earlier. We haven't gotten no word on the extent of the injury, what's happened. I've been hoping and praying that maybe he'll just come out in his street clothes and just still go out there with his team and walk up and down the track. That way we know he's okay. But we've yet to see that thus far. I don't know. I don't know who that is. There's a young man sitting down here on the track. He's got his foot propped up. I don't know if that's Jason Brown or not. We'll have to watch that and try to get you some information on that. So here come the Cougars at the beginning of the second quarter. Cougars on top of Payson, 7-0. Reisdorf, shotgun position, rolls out to the near side here, looking to pass the ball. Under pressure, still rolling, going to throw it away.
Wow, you must have been listening to me finally after all season long where I sit there and say, hey,
throw it away.
You're rolling out and everybody's covered, throw the ball away. He was definitely being chased by 2 of the Longhorns as he was rolling out to his right. Nobody really open. What's he do? Takes the ball, and he actually threw it out of bounds. No sack, no loss of yardage. And they get to continue on 3rd down.
He was under good pressure there by the Longhorns. So here they come. It's going to bring up third down and about 8 yards. Got two receivers split out here to the near side, one to the far side. Hands it off to Wyatt, and a little misjudge there in the handoff, and the ball's going to hit the ground. And that's going to be Payson's ball. I believe Payson got it.
Yeah, Reisdorf went to hand the ball off, handed off a little bit high. He was handed off to Weston Kime. Bounced off his chest, fumble there, picked up by the Longhorns, or shall I say fell on by the Longhorns.
That was Weston that had come in there?
Yes, number 24.
I thought it was Willie number 34, so they switched to 24. Hard to keep track. So here we go. Payson, nevertheless, going to be Payson Longhorn 1st and 10 from about the 12-yard line. Here comes Angel Jacquez, and he's going to keep the ball himself. Another keeper. That seems to be their biggest yardage gainer there is Jacquez on that keeper, and he's going to pick up about 5 yards.
Yeah, just throw a little misdirection, bring a man in motion, dive another guy a different way, and keep the ball yourself, dive up the middle, pick up 5 yards on the play.
So it's going to be 2nd down and about 5 for the Longhorns. Jacquez calling in the play. Everybody checks their wristband. 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side. Single back, man in motion, looking to pass the ball. No, he's going to hand it off, and that's going to be a no-gainer there.
Yeah, number 7 comes in motion from the far side, comes to the near side. As he gets to the quarterback, Jacquez hands the ball off to him, comes around to the near side, and he's basically taken down for a 5-yard loss.
So it's going to be I'm no Angel Moreno and Stabby, the Godfather Castillo, in on that play in the backfield. It's going to be a loss of yardage there. That's going to take them back. Going to bring up 3rd and 10, so they're going to lose about 5 yards on the play. There's the snap. Looking to pass the ball. Going to dump it off. Oh, and that's going to be Cougar ball. No, they're going to say incomplete pass. I thought he'd caught the ball and made a football play there before he slipped down and fell and dropped the ball. They're going to say incomplete pass. That's going to bring up 4th and 10. For the Longhorns at their own 15-yard line.
Yeah, Jacquez gets a great break on that one because I truly believe that Ruben Estrada fumbled that ball when he hit the ground, so that should have been a fumble.
I believe he did too. If you turn and make a football move, that's supposed to be considered a catch. There's the snap. It's going to be a running punt, and guess what? It's going to come straight onto the track. I don't know where they're going to spot that one at. They should spot it about the 20-yard line, I believe. He's still walking down, and it's going to be right at the 20. So I was right. So that's going to be a punt of 5 yards on this one.
Yeah, we got to figure out what the penalty's going to be. That's actually a 7-yard punt there, John, but the penalty was thrown right away here by the back judge standing on the 40-yard line, so we'll have to wait and see what they're calling for the penalty, but as we're waiting, we can go through first quarter stats here, of course, unofficial stats. Payson there has 22 yards rushing on 9 carries and 7 yards passing on two attempts. Sholo has 65 yards rushing on 7 carries and 46 yards passing on 6 attempts with 1 touchdown.
So we're still waiting for the officials to figure out what the call is. I'm trying to put on my new glasses here because I look good in them. I can see good in them. I might not look good in them, but but I'm a great announcer, and so we're going to take a break. That's my radio voice. So we're still waiting. I believe the punter was, who's that punter? Am I right there?
Number 7,
saying it was number
Alex
7?
Suarez.
Alex Suarez they do this little running punt, but all of you that are logged on to kwkm.com, you're watching it better than we are because you're watching it in high definition. And these old worn-out eyes don't see high definition at the game.
It's like a soccer kick there,
like
John. Like the goalie does. Grabs the ball, he goes running and kicks the ball, or rugby player.
Rugby player. Did you see that soccer game the other day where the goalie hits the guy in the head and the ball goes in the goal? He's running out of the goal and goes to make that crazy throw that they make, and it hits his own player right in the back of the head, and it goes in.
Okay, John, that was an ineligible substitution. Apparently they had 12 men in the huddle. When they broke and stuff, so the back judge calls that. So
Payson gets the ball to punt over again. Is that what they're saying?
Yeah, 5-yard penalty. They still have to kick the ball or
still not a first down.
However they do, correct.
So Alex Suarez is back to punt it again. And we're waiting for the officials to say, go ahead and go. Suarez is ready. Here comes the snap. There's the snap, doing that little run. And he gets a line shot off that time. It's going to be chased down. Ooh, Jace Brewer. Jace Brewer gets like bulldog there. He almost got his head ripped off by the first guy if he had made that tackle.
Yeah, Jace Brewer actually got lucky. He was able to pick up that ball. That ball was squirting around, and he dropped it a couple times before he finally was able to pick it up. At some point in time, you got to realize when the ball's down there, you just fall on the ball and make sure that the ball doesn't get turned over. So
the coaching staff would have advised against such a play right there. Nevertheless, it's going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Cougars at about the 34-yard line, 33 and a half, something like that. So here comes Reisdorf and his offense to the line. Got Quentin Clark split to the far side, 2 receivers to the near side, single back, fake the handoff, going to swing it out here to Jace Brewer, the outside, and I believe Mason Pagodi is going to be called for an illegal block right there.
Yeah, he took his receiver or defender and hit him in the back, so, illegal block in the back. You can see there's 2 flags thrown at him, so I believe this one's going to come back, and they're going to lose yardage on it.
I'm just assuming it's Mason Pagodi. He was the only player right there where everybody was looking. I didn't see the play. I was watching Jace Brewer run it, but he was the only player there, and he got up.
Illegal block in the back.
Illegal block, that's it. So that's going to back the Cougars up. They'll still keep 1st down. I thought they were going to call offsetting penalties for a minute, the way that head official looked. No. So it's still going to be 1st down, but they're going to back it up. I think it's 10 yards, isn't it?
Yep.
So
10 yards from the spot of the foul.
Going to be 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line.
It'll be 1st and 15 there,
John. 1st and 15. Yeah, 1st and 10. I lost my mind there for a minute. We're in new housing arrangements here that are kind of
they're not the best to see.
They're kind of under
but
my
they're not the worst.
They're kind of under my skin. They're warmer. They're out of the wind. So here comes the Cougar. Reisdorf, shotgun position, going to roll out to the far side. Going to do a little delayed handoff there. Look at that. Willie Wyatt still on his feet. Rumbling, tumbling, bumbling. Going to make it all the way down to the... We're going to have to see where they spot it. That was a little delayed handoff there, wasn't it? Looked like he was going to pass and then does the handoff.
Yeah, it's a beautiful little draw. We saw this last week. Reisdorf basically takes a snap in shotgun formation. He rolls out to the right. And as he rolls out to the right, he quickly just stuffs the ball into the breadbasket of Willie Wyatt. Willie Wyatt comes around to the near side and just shoots down the hash marks, quickly sees the openings to the far side, scoots out to the far sideline, and picks up a good little 42 yards.
Great big gain there. So here comes Reisdorf to the line. Got a man in motion. There goes a flag. It's going to be against the Cougars, I believe.
No, this is going to be offsides against number
50 offsides.
Against Payson. He jumps offsides, bring a man in motion, Sholo did, and Trey Glasscock just jumps offsides at that time.
Tricked him. That man in motion tricked him, got him a little hyped up there. Gets a little over anxious. So here comes Reisdorf. It's going to be 1st down and 5 for the Cougars. Here comes Reisdorf. Going to fake the handoff. Looking for that quick pass over here. Jace Brewer has a blocker out in front of him, Mason Pagodi. This time he gets a good block. And they're going to move the chains. 1st down, Cougars.
Yeah, beautiful little 15-yard pickup on that receiver screen. This time Mason Pagodi made sure he hit the guy in front, not the back.
Yes, he did. So with just under 9 minutes remaining, Cougars are driving. Cougars are on top in the ball game, 7-0. You can watch live high-definition streaming on our website, kwkm.com. That's kwkm.com. Here comes Reisdorf to the line, 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Looking to pass the ball, under pressure, got his foot. Going to bring him down for a big loss. That is number 34, Sarnowski. Terrence Sarnowski, great play by Sarnowski. Gets past his blockers. He's the only man in the backfield and makes a great tackle on Reisdorf. Shoestring tackle, nevertheless, going to bring him down. Big loss on the play.
Yeah, a sack of 11 yards on that play. So, again, it was one of those. Reisdorf just wasn't able to get out there to set up to throw the ball away.
Going to bring up first down and about 20 yards, looks like. 22 yards. There's the snap. Reisdorf under pressure again. Going to dump it off to Willie Wyatt. Got a man blocking out front of him. He puts a juke on the next would-be tackler. And guess what? Willie Wonka's gone home. Willie Wonka's gone home. Touchdown, Cougars.
Yeah, nice little receiver screen, pickup of 26 yards on that screen pass for the touchdown. Willie Wyatt gets the ball. He breaks it to the near side sideline here and jumps up, reads his block, knows he needs to go outside. The next defender's on the outside, so he knew he needed to jump inside, so he cuts inside up to the numbers and quickly bounces back out as everybody else was chasing him from the inside out. So jumps out and rumbles down, 26-yard touchdown run.
In layman's terms, what the next is trying to say is he juked him. Willie Wonka Wyatt put the juke on him. Touchdown, and there's a flag on the field. I'm not sure what that's all
Wasn't
about.
so much of a juke. He
had me so confused there. I missed where the flag come from. It might have fallen from the sky. Literally.
You're supposed to be watching that, not me.
Know it. Well, but
don't be in awe of the greatness
I
here.
know it, but you were on me. I was in awe that you knew so many words to throw together there that didn't make any sense. I just couldn't believe that. So, Reisdorf is coming back on the field. I'm not sure what the call is.
I don't think the referees know what the call is either as they're sitting there huddling up.
They might have called for a campfire. Hey, who's got the hand warmer? They're out there saying. Hey, I'll keep throwing a flag till you guys give me back my hand warmer. I'm not playing. Give it back. He's looking around. This guy stole my hand warmer, he's saying. He pointed at the other referee. He's got my hand warmer, and we're not starting again until he gives it back.
John, this is just like that commercial. You sit there, you got the referees all down in that corner there going, all right, so you nod your head, and you scratch your head there. You make some hand signals and stuff like he's bobbling the ball there, and, we'll come out and your mic's on.
I still don't know what the play is, but the Cougars are going to call it timeout. We're going to go back to the studio for half a minute. We'll be right back. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford.
Get a delicious start to your day at Persnickity's. From hearty breakfast burritos to ham and eggs to biscuits and gravy to brown sugar French toast, Persnickity's is sure to satisfy. Lunchtime offers a variety of salads, sandwiches, and daily specials. You won't be able to resist their mouth-watering sweets, including their giant specialty cupcakes. If you can't leave the office, Persnickity's offers free delivery to local businesses from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Call 928-251-1965. Persnickity's on the east end of the Deuce in Sholo.
The Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford. We're here at Cougar Stadium. Just under 8 minutes remaining. Cougars on top right now at 13-0. We had a little official confusion right before we went to break. They're still trying to figure out what the call is. They're still talking to each other. I'm not real sure.
Yeah, those of you that were just listening, that was John that was rumbling and bumbling there as he's forgetting the words.
Yeah, that was me, and I'm standing by the window. I'm cold. So here comes, Reisdorf's on the field, so I guess they're going for two. Here comes the snap up under center. They're going to hand it off to Willie Wyatt, and there's a two-point conversion. So the Cougars are on top now at 15-0 over the Payson Longhorns. We're going to take it back to the studio for a 30-second timeout. Let's do the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford.
We know cars and trucks at Williams Brothers Auto Service. Our certified mechanics employ today's latest automotive technology and are equipped to handle all major and minor auto repair services on foreign and domestic vehicles. Locations in Sholo and Snowflake. Black Diamond Auto Glass provides the finest full-service mobile and in-shop glass repair services. From free chip repair to windshield replacement, tinting, and more. We're here to pamper you and your car.
Black Diamond Auto Glass. Yeah.
On top of the Payson Longhorns here at Cougar Stadium, 15-0. They went for 2-point conversion after the confusion by the officials. I'm still not real sure what transpired down
I don't
there
think they made a call at all on that, John. That was, but I'll tell you, that was a huge hole. I could have drove my Jeep through that hole that they made for Willie Wyatt. Willie Wyatt just pretty much just walked into the end zone untouched.
The Cougar, the men in the trenches, Stavi Castillo, Dylan Gabbard, Dallin Tinney, Jamie Webb, Angel, I'm no Angel Moreno. The men in the trenches are spectacular for this Cougar team. They've just put on a clinic throughout the year. So here comes the Notary, Cole the Notary Gardenier, and he's going to get a kickoff. They're going to take it to the 15-yard line, going up the far side into his old man, still on his feet, going to be brought down. Good run back, going to be brought down about the 36, 37-yard line. Going to be 1st and 10, Payson.
Yeah, Alex Suarez fields that at the 15-yard line, and he just goes straight upfield and runs into his own man and jumps around a little bit and continues, picks up another 5 after that. And next thing you know, he's got 4 guys for Sholo Cougars on his back, and he's moving that pile too. So beautiful run by Suarez to pick up, and great field position now for Payson to start out.
That was a great run back by Suarez. That's something they needed to get a little kick in this offense. So Suarez can bring him to the line, shotgun position, 3 receivers here to the near side, 1 to the far side. There's a snap. There's a flag on the play. Going to hand it off, and he's going to be brought down after a pickup of about 5 yards, looks like. We'll have to wait and see what the call is here. It's going to be
I think we're going to be looking at an illegal. Yeah, he's doing an illegal procedure, but I think it's more of an illegal formation. They didn't have enough linemen on the or enough men on the line, so I think that one's going to come back. We'll see. But if not, that was a 4-yard pickup, so I would assume that Shola would definitely take that and move him back 5 yards and make it 1st and 15.
Yes, they will. They're marching him back. Going to bring up 1st down and 15 for the Longhorns here. That was a good pickup by the Longhorns after a good return. That's got to be a heartbreaker to see that go away from you. So Suarez is getting his offense ready. They're looking over to the coaching staff. This is going to come into effect for them in a bad way if they don't get these plays called in quicker, seems like. Suarez still looking around. Still having a conversation. Here comes the snap. There's the snap through the legs of Suarez, and he's going to dive on the ball at about the 10-yard line. That's a big loss.
Exactly what he was supposed to do. You know, that's one of the things we talked about Jace Brewer on that punt where he kept bumbling it and tried to pick it up. This one here, just one of those jackass just decides he's going to fall on the ball, and that's exactly what you need to do to make sure that somebody's not right behind you to pick it up if you miss.
You're exactly right, but that was after all the time waiting for the play to get called in, then the snap between his legs. That delay out there waiting for the play to get called in has to affect them, their ball team out there. There just seems to be a lot of confusion on the offense. This is the first time we've seen them play, but they seem awful confused. But here comes Suarez, shotgun position, going to hand it off right up the middle, bounces off the big pile there, and a good pickup. Good pickup by the Longhorns there.
Yeah, Ruben Estrada takes the handoff there as they're trying to do a misdirection. He's going to hobble off the field. Looks like an ankle injury on him, but he was able to pick up a decent, it looks like 11 yards he was able to pick up on that run.
That's a great pickup. So Suarez is going to bring his offense back to the line. They got a substitute running back there. Number 5 comes in for the Longhorns. Suarez shotgun position. 2 men to near side, split out here, looking to pass the ball, looking to go down the middle, and Quentin Clark. Oh, he had it till the receiver hit him and knocked it out of his hands.
He just doesn't seem to be himself tonight. He's dropping passes.
Could be his thumb.
And everything. You know, it's definite. You definitely need your thumbs to grab a hold of the ball, and he just seems to be dropping a lot that normally you would see him catch.
I don't know if any of you seen it. The thumb was posted on Facebook. His mother posted a picture that was horrific. It looked like more than a dislocated thumb. It was straight back and then up, and then, well, I didn't like looking at it. Maybe a little squeamish there. Here comes the punt. He gets a good punt off this time. Brewer's going to chase it down, bobble it, get on it, Brewer. There he finally does. That's going to come back to haunt him right there if he doesn't get a handle on that ball.
Yeah, it's, that ball's hitting this ground, and you got to remember it poured down rain for a good half hour, 45 minutes prior to this game starting. So
it's rained most of the day here.
That field is soaking wet, and that ball is going to hit it. It's going to be wet. He's grabbing with gloves, which doesn't make it any better, and so he's dropping the ball left and right.
Wet leather on wet leather is still a slippery pigskin.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So Quentin Clark is split out way to the far side. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. He's going to pass it over here to Brewer, Jace Brewer, and it's going to be a positive pickup. Looks like it's going to move those chains. First down. Nope. They're going to move it back a little ways, and
say he stepped out of bounds, a little short.
And it's going to be close.
That should still be a first down. They're going to mark it there at the 34.
I don't know. I say it's a first down.
Because it looks like the first down somewhere around the 33. So, yeah, they're going to move the sticks now.
It's going to be first down, Cougars. 5 minutes and 4 seconds remaining here in the first half. Cougars been dominating. Well, they're really not dominating this ball game. The Longhorns just can't seem to get anything going. Like I mentioned earlier, we haven't seen Payson play thus far this year, but there seems to be a lot of confusion as far as getting the play in. It seems to be affecting them in a bad way.
I'm just wondering if they didn't change their schemes and plays for this game against Sholo to try to do something. You know, maybe you're watching the tape and they see something that, you know, they want to be able to make changes. But this week here is definitely different than last week in that this pace is, I would say, 3 times slower than last week.
Yeah.
So you don't see it like it was last week that they're in control because, you know, it was just bang, bang, bang left and right. Even the Cougars are, you know, slowly moving along in their plays. They're not pushing them out as quickly as they did last week.
You're right. So here comes Reichdorf. Brings his offense to the line. Shotgun position. 2 receivers to the far side. Going to hand it off up the middle. Willie Wonka Wyatt kicking on the afterburners. Got one man chasing him down. He can't get there. Touchdown. Willie Wonka Wyatt. That goes from the 23-yard line.
34-yard line. That's a 66-yard touchdown run by Willie Wyatt.
66-yard touchdown run by Willie Wonka Wyatt. Touchdown, Sholo, 21-0 right now is your score. And we're going to see if they're going to bring out the number 1 kick scorer in the state of Arizona, Cole the Notary Gardner. We're going to see if the Notary is going to put his stamp of approval on this touchdown.
Yeah, John, that was just a 33 dive, you know, hand off to him. He goes right up the middle, right off tackle. Hole opened up. He jumps through there. There's no linebackers in the back. They spread out the receivers so that the cornerbacks were outside and the safety was out of position to make the play.
Here comes a snap to the Notary. It's up. It's a line shot, and it's no good. Last night at Payson, Cole kicked for the JV, and every kick, due to the weather and everything else, was a line shot, but he made every one of them.
This one just scooted underneath the goalpost.
Scooted underneath. We're going to go back to the station for a 30-second timeout. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford.
All right, you're clear.
Knowledge is power. That's why our goal is to empower you by providing you with all the information you need to choose the right home loan. Hi, this is Lacey Weeks with Empire Mortgage, and we pride ourselves in providing you with the best products, best fees, and a team that treats you like royalty. Empire Mortgage holds the keys to your journey home. Call 844-537-5626. That's 844-537-LOAN. Empire Mortgage, your mortgage consultant for life, where you are treated like royalty.
Equal housing lender, NMLS number 93-243 and NMLS 1286636.
Game of the Week presented by Sholo Ford, streaming live on our website, kwkm.com. That's kwkm.com. I hope they can fix my words that I keep getting stuck on back on the
website.
Know what?
You're just stumbling and bumbling all the way through.
I'm in awe at Willie Wyatt when he kicked in the afterburners. He had one would-be tackler that was coming at an angle that gave up everything he ever had in his life to try to catch him, and almost made it to his heels. Made him stumble a little bit. But there's a kickoff by Gardner, the Notary, going to be taking it about the 15-yard line, still on his feet, going to get it out to right at the 40-yard line. Good return, once again, by the Payson Longhorns. But they've yet to make that help them good returns.
Yeah, Alex Suarez, again, just comes through. He picks up the ball and continues running right down the far side of the field, and he gets into the pile. That pile just keeps moving an extra 5-10 yards every time. And here Payson's going to start at their own 39-yard line. Better position they had before.
Than they had the last time. Just under like 5 minutes remaining here in the first half of the ball game. We're in the second quarter. So remaining in the first half, the Cougars are on top, 21-0 over the Longhorns. Here comes Payson. Angel Jacquez, shotgun position, going to hand it off right up the middle, and he is going to be whammied there by Dylan Gabba Yabba Gabbard. I mean, just wrapped him up and drove him home. But a great pickup there to get something going here. Going to be a pickup of 6. Going to bring up 2nd down and 4 for the Longhorns. Here comes Jacquez, shotgun position, man in motion. What did they?
Going to be a false start on the Longhorns.
It's got to be a false start. Wow, because they were fixing to turn that ball over to the Cougars. He snaps the ball right. I don't think they ever try to snap it to where the running back can just grab it in the air, or the man in motion, I mean.
That's not normally the way they want to do
I
it.
didn't
No,
think so.
it's a matter of, they brought him in motion coming from the far side of the field to the near side, and as he was coming up into the center of the line, the running back in the backfield decided he was going to start in motion before the ball was even snapped.
So here comes Jacquez, man in motion. He slips down. They're going to fake it to him. Little quarterback keeper, and no go there. But that would have been perfect timing had it not called false start, because it almost was like a pass that hike was. Almost hit the man in motion. The man in motion that time slipped down. This field is wet. It rained here all day long, hard. You can see all the water on the sidelines. So this field is slippery when wet. We can see that.
Yeah, it's not like there's a whole lot of grass out there, so a lot of spots, it's just kind of mud.
In that crown, there isn't. There's a bad snap over the head. He's going to dive on it, but it's not going to be until they bring it down at the 25-yard line of the Longhorns. That's going to back them way up there with 3rd down. It's going to be 3rd down and, what about 15?
Actually, it's 4th down, John. That was 3rd down.
Oh, that was 3rd down.
That's a 14-yard loss with that going over the head, and that's twice now. I mean, sooner or later, you got to make sure that Jacquez and his center get onto the sideline over there and start practicing a little bit.
They have struggled getting the ball to Jacquez. Here comes the punt. He does that running punt. He's going to get a boomer off that time, and they're telling Brewer to stay away from it from here on out. And it's going to roll down to about the 23-yard line. That's a pretty good punt by the Longhorns that time. They've struggled.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a 62-yard punt that from there, if you take it from the line of scrimmage, so you're probably looking at a 50-yard punt with all the roll there. That's a decent size, and Shola's going to start with their worst starting field position yet.
So we're going to stay here. We're not going to go back to the station on this one. Just a little over 2.5 minutes remaining here before half. We want to remind you, stay tuned for the Black Diamond Auto Glass halftime show. Be here in about 2.5 minutes. Here come the Cougars. Reisdorf bringing his team to the line. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Fakes a handoff, looking to pass the ball. Going to go deep. Quentin Clark off his shoulder pad. That was good defense. He had good coverage there. He tried to get a little push off.
Yeah, he pushed off for sure. Sholo got away with a pass interference on that one as Clark pushed off just before he leaped up for the ball, and then he ends up bouncing the ball off his chest, incomplete.
He did get a little push off there. Good coverage by the Longhorns. They tested him deep once again like they did the first offensive possession of the game. Clark goes way out to the far side once again. 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side. They're going to hand it off. Willie Wyatt, and it's going to be a minimal gain, but it will be a positive gain there.
Yeah, it looks like it's a pickup of 3 on that play. Just quick handoff to Willie Wyatt. Oh, actually, I think that was Jace Brewer handoff too. Trying to see. No, that was Willie Wyatt. Quick handoff to him, and he just ends up running right over the top of a pile, falls forward for 3 yards.
So that's going to bring up 3rd down and 7 for the Cougars. 2 receivers split out to the far side, 1 to the near side. There's a snap, fakes the handoff. Plenty of time, going to air it out once again. Clark comes back for it.
Wow.
No, that's not Clark. That's Mason Fagoti.
Mason
Fagoti comes back for the catch and brings it in. at about the 41-yard line.
Yeah,
First
John,
down, Cougars.
he didn't come back for that ball. He originally started to have a step on his defender, and then when the ball was thrown, it was underthrown a little bit. And so as they were both cutting over to the ball, Mason Fagoti just ended up knowing that he needed to cut inside of his defender, and that's exactly what he did. He cut inside and caught that ball. Beautiful catch by Fagoti on that play.
Beautiful catch. First down, Cougars, the 41-yard line of the Longhorns. They're going to do that quick pass out here. Jace Brewer, would-be tackler number 1, he gets past, but number 2 and 3 get him. It's going to be a pickup of about 3 yards, going to bring up 2nd and 7. 1 minute and 27 seconds and counting remaining here in the first half. Cougars are trying to drive her down here real quick. They're going to bring in Nick Reedhead coming into the lineup here. He's going to split out here to the near side. Fagoti and Clark to the far side. Single back, shotgun position. Single back is Willie Wyatt. Do a little delay, and they're going to get him. They're going to wrap him up there in the backfield. Number 54. Do you have that one on your play sheet over there? Number 54.
54, Jeremiah Ham.
Jeremiah Ham gets in the backfield, makes a shoestring tackle, brings him down. That's going to bring up 3rd down and about 11, 12 yards. There's the snap. Looking to pass the ball, going to air it out. And good defense, but that's going to be a call right there. Pass interference on Jaquez.
Yeah, I think they're going to say that his left arm, which we couldn't see, was around him at the time, and he kind of run right through him. Payson thinks they made a good play. I don't think they're seeing the flag that was thrown, so it's definitely going to be pass interference, going to be a 15-yard penalty.
Just a little over half a minute remaining here in the first half. And Jaquez made it to him, but he might have made it there a little too soon to Brewer because the flag comes in, so they're going to move the ball way up there. They're going to move the chains, and that's going to be 1st and 10 for the Cougars at about the 28-yard line of the Longhorns. Just a little over half a minute remaining here in the first half. Cougars are huddled up here, getting their play in. Here comes Reichdorf in a tight formation here. They're in that short yardage formation. We're used to seeing Jason Brown back there as the back. They're going to wait and call timeout. I don't know. He kept looking at the clock. Clock wasn't running, though. So they're going to call a timeout. We're going to go back to the studio for a 30-second timeout. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week presented by Sholo Forward.
Is there anything better than all-you-can-eat pizza and wings at an amazing price? R&R Pizza Express has a lunch buffet Monday through Saturday from 11 to 2 for only $7.99. Enjoy their dinner buffet Tuesdays and Thursdays from 5 to 8 for just $8.99. R&R Pizza Express offers more than just delicious pizza and wings. They also have pasta and subs. R&R Pizza Express is open Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9. Head over today to satisfy your taste buds or call them and see if they deliver to your area. 928-358-1762.
95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week presented by Sholo Ford. The Cougars, with just a little over half a minute remaining here in the first half, they got 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line, 27-yard line, and there's a little confusion. They called timeout, and the officials are still out there talking. We were talking about how this formation normally has Jason Brown as your back. Jason Brown went out earlier in the game, injured. We've yet to hear what's happened with him. There's a young man down there with his foot propped up. We don't know if that's him or not. At halftime, we'll try to get an update. We'll let you know. Thoughts and prayers go out to Jason Brown and his family. We hate to see anybody get hurt, banged up. The officials over there talking to the coaching staff. They might still be upset over that pass interference call. I'm not real sure what's going on. Everybody on the field just kind of standing there. We just have a little bit of confusion. Just a little over half a minute remaining here before halftime. So they blow the whistle. Reichdorf, shotgun position, short yardage formation, going to fake it, going to look to pass the ball, has a man Oh, in and out of the hands. I believe that's Willie Wyatt over there. I can't see. Let him run back underneath the lights.
Yeah, Willie Wyatt. 32.
In and out of the hands. Nice pass by Reisdorf. 32 seconds remaining here in the first half. It's going to bring up second down. Still have plenty of time on the clock. Go for it a couple more times.
Yeah, so what I've heard so far is Jason Brown's in the locker room. They're trying to look at his ankle and find out what the issue is. But it is an ankle injury, which, could be good, could be bad. You always hope it's not the knee because those are the worst ones. But an ankle can take forever to heal. So
you're exactly right there.
Hopefully it's just going to end up being a minor sprain, a high ankle sprain. You want the lower sprains. Because the high ankle sprains take twice as long to heal as the low one.
So here comes Reisdorf, shotgun position. There's the snap. Looking to pass the ball. Goes in the middle. Oh, should have been intercepted by number 10, Jaquez, but he can't keep a hold of it. So clock's going to get stopped there. 26 seconds remaining here.
Yeah, Reisdorf telegraphed his pass. He showed everybody where he was going, and Angel just played that beautiful as he just kind of trailed his receiver just a little bit to just bait Reisdorf to throw the ball there. He throws the ball and quickly jumps in front, and
he should have had it.
That's probably why he's a quarterback and not a receiver, because he dropped the ball.
He should have had it. Nevertheless, here comes Reisdorf. We want to say hi to our listeners out there at Second Mesa. Always tune in every Friday night. Here's the snap, under pressure, going to dump it off to Willie Wonka Wyatt. He's got defenders all over him. He's going to get back just past the line of scrimmage, looks like. That's going to bring up fourth down, and depends on where they spot it.
Yeah, looks like he picked up 2 on that receiver screen.
Going to bring up 4th down and 8 for the Cougars. Reisdorf's going to hurry, 3, 2, 1. He gets the ball off. One last play. Going to air it out.
In and out of the hands.
I'm not taking that one out on Quentin Clark there, because that was good defense there. He had the defender between him and the ball. So nevertheless, we're going to halftime with the Cougars on top of Payson Longhorns 21-0. So we're going to take a 2-minute timeout. We'll be right back here with the Black Diamond Auto Glass halftime show. Stay tuned. We're going to give you all the updates here as the neck tallies up all the stats here. So we're going to take a 2-minute timeout. You've been listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford.
Black Diamond Auto Glass provides the finest full-service mobile and in-shop glass repair services, from free chip repair to windshield replacement, tinting, and more. We're here to pamper you and your car. We know cars and trucks at Williams Brothers Auto Service. Our certified mechanics employ today's latest automotive technology and are equipped to handle all major and minor auto repair services on foreign and domestic vehicles. Locations in Show Low and Snowflake.
When it comes to the internet, more megabits equals more speed. And that means better streaming of movies, better downloads, better online gaming, better everything. And Cable One high-speed internet gives you more bits for your buck than CenturyLink. Just take it from the Wall Street Journal. They reported that Cable One is a best value for high-speed internet. And in your area, we're the #1 value. So if you want more speed for your money, here's the value you're looking for.
Cable One, it's just common sense.
Knowledge is power. That's why our goal is to empower you by providing you with all the information you need to choose the right home loan. Hi, this is Lacey Weeks with Empire Mortgage, and we pride ourselves in providing you with the best products, best fees, and a team that treats you like royalty. Empire Mortgage holds the keys to your journey home. Call 844-537-5626. That's 844-537-LOAN. Empire Mortgage, your mortgage consultant for life, where you are treated like royalty.
Equal housing lender, NMLS number 93-243 and NMLS 1286636.
We're here so you don't have to quit fishing or tell the grandkids you can't keep up with them anymore. Wouldn't it be nice to get back in the gym again or be able to play a full 18 like the old days?
Summit Healthcare offers this active community the latest in orthopedic procedures. Whether it's a sports injury, total joint replacement, or something else, have your surgery and rehab right here at home.
Get the most out of life again. Visit summithealthortho.net today.
Stop by and see the Craner clan and let them fix your chip. Stop in and get a windshield replaced, and they're going to fix all the chips for life. Me and Papa Bear in Oregon just the other supposed to go down today. I don't know if you made it or not, to see Josh Craner at Black Diamond Auto Glass to get the chip fixed. We're here at Cougar Stadium, where Cougars are hosting the Payson Longhorns. Cougars are looking to go undefeated for the season. Payson's looking to keep their playoff hopes alive. And the Cougars thus far, without looking real good, have managed to keep a lead here, huh? I don't know.
He dressed like a little pimp over there, John, with a big old fur coat there. But
21-0, but they haven't looked real good, have they? They haven't.
Sholo hasn't looked that great, and Payson really hasn't looked that bad. It's been, every now and then as they're starting to drive the ball, there's just a small little mistake. This last time they were moving the ball, next thing you know, the snap goes 5 feet over
the head.
Alex
Angel
Jaquez's head, and next thing you know, it's 25-yard loss. So it's just small little mental mistakes. And as far as Sholo, as you say, Quentin Clark, hurt his thumb, and that's kind of been where the drop passes because had those passes actually been caught, there'd be more points on the board for Sholo at this point in time. But they're not doing too bad. It's 21, and sometimes you find that where the team kind of plays to the level of the team they're playing against.
You're absolutely right.
The good teams can play a little bit better, so they'll still do the same mistakes, small little mental errors and everything, but they'll still come out ahead.
But it seems like to me that the Cougars should be pinpointed. They should be a little bit better. And I don't care what anybody says. It seems to me like the Longhorns are a little bit off kilter because of the plays being called in. Seems like they get in the formation, and then as they're getting the plays called in, there's so much confusion. That long play where they was getting the play called in and then the snap went over the head. It seems like that's throwing them off their game a little bit.
Unfortunately, it's been a while since I've seen a whole lot of high school football, and the last few years as I've been watching, I've been noticing that kind of seems to be the tendency now. Instead of a coach sending in a player saying, hey, we're going to run a wing right, T formation, 32 dive.
Yeah.
Now it seems like, the quarterback and everybody's out on the field, and the coach is sitting here with all numbers and signals and stuff, and they got to decipher that and look at their wristbands. It's like, just get back to the old school ways of, hey, call a 32 dive. If your team doesn't know what a 32 dive is and what the blocking scheme is,
you need to work
then
on it.
That's what you need to work on. And so,
you're absolutely right.
I think that's what's happening on the Longhorn side is that, they're waiting for this play to come in, and I think there's been some new plays that they've added this just for this game against Sholo. Watch the game film and say, hey, you know what? This play will work, this play will work, this play will work, and now it's time for them to try to decipher. It's something new for them, and I think that's what's kind of holding them back here.
You're absolutely right. So I know you have some stats for it. The band is out on the field for the halftime show, and we're going to go to Hugh the Neck Keeler, going to give us some stats here, see what's going on. Hugh?
Yeah, so, of course, we all know these are unofficial stats, but for the second quarter, we have, for Payson, 18 minus yards rushing. Of course, the majority of those on 3 of the snaps to go over the head of Angel Jaquez, and it just ends up a whole lot of losses. So 18-yard loss rushing on 8 attempts and no passing yardage on 2 attempts. So a bunch of incomplete passes. Total for the half for Payson, 4 yards rushing on 17 attempts, and 7 yards passing on 4 attempts. Total yards for the first half for Payson's 11 on 21 carries, basically earning or making a half yard per attempt at moving the ball. On the flip side, Sholo here in the second quarter, 124 yards rushing on 7 carries and 66 yards passing on 7 attempts with 1 touchdown as well as a touchdown on the rushing and a 2-point conversion. Total yards for Sholo for the first half, 189 yards rushing on 14 carries, 112 yards passing on 13 attempts, total 301 yards, total yards in the first half on 27 attempts. They are averaging about 11 yards per touch. So as you can see, Sholo's definitely moving the ball, not making the mental errors that Payson is. So it's definitely been all Sholo here in this first half. Just a matter of, how are we going to see what's going to happen once they come out of the locker room and the coaches get a chance to talk to their players. We'll try and find out what we can about Jason Brown here so we can try and get you an update as soon as possible as well. Let's take it back to the studio for a 2-minute break. You're listening to the Black Diamond Auto Glass halftime report on Power 95.7 Hot FM. Game of the week.
Auto Glass. Yeah.
Black Diamond Auto Glass provides the finest full-service mobile and in-shop glass repair services. Black Diamond Auto Glass provides the finest full-service mobile and in-shop glass repair services, from free chip repair to windshield replacement, tinting, and more. We're here to pamper you and your car.
Black Diamond Auto Glass. Yeah.
When it comes to the internet, more megabits equals more speed. And that means better streaming of movies, better downloads, better online gaming, better everything. And Cable One high-speed internet gives you more bits for your buck than CenturyLink. Just take it from the Wall Street Journal. They reported that Cable One is a best value for high-speed internet. And in your area, we're the #1 value. So if you want more speed for your money, here's the value you're looking for.
Cable One, it's just common sense.
You don't have to quit fishing or tell the grandkids you can't keep up with them anymore. Wouldn't it be nice to get back in the gym again or be able to play a full 18 like the old days?
Summit Healthcare offers this active community the latest in orthopedic procedures. Whether it's a sports injury, total joint replacement, or something else, have your surgery and rehab right here at home.
Get the most out of life again. Visit summithealthortho.net today.
Get a delicious start to your day at Persnickity's. From hearty breakfast burritos to ham and eggs to biscuits and gravy to brown sugar French toast, Persnickity's is sure to satisfy. Lunchtime offers a variety of salads, sandwiches, and daily specials. You won't be able to resist their mouth-watering sweets, including their giant specialty cupcakes. If you can't leave the office, Persnickity's offers free delivery to local businesses from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Call 928-251-1965. Persnickity's on the east end of the Deuce in Show Low.
Empire Mortgage holds the key. Knowledge is power. That's why our goal is to empower you by providing you with all the information you need to choose the right home loan. Hi, this is Lacey Weeks with Empire Mortgage, and we pride ourselves in providing you with the best products, best fees, and a team that treats you like royalty. Empire Mortgage holds the keys to your journey home. Call 844-537-5626. That's 844-537-LOAN. Empire Mortgage, your mortgage consultant for life, where you are treated like royalty.
Equal housing lender, NMLS number 93-243 and NMLS 1286636.
You are listening to the Black Diamond Auto Glass halftime show. We are here live at Cougars Stadium as Sholo is hosting the Payson Longhorns. As one of those, we thought this would be a good game. I would say it's still a good game, even though at this point in time, 5:25 remaining in halftime, the Sholo Cougars are leading 21-0. The very first half, or first quarter prior to the end, Jason Brown ended up being tackled and messed up his ankle, still trying to work on finding out how he's doing. But as we go through and we talk about what needs to be done for the Longhorns, I think Payson pretty much, the coach just need to talk to his players and calm them down, get them relaxed. We understand that this is a playoff implications here in the games, and they got to do something, but it's not going to work when they get over jazzed up and all upset. So just kind of keep them calm and relaxed and get them starting doing what they were doing at the beginning of the season. And I think they'll start to come around and do a little better. Sholo is just a matter of catch the ball at this point in time. It seems like Reisdorf is starting to throw the ball around the field. So just keep the players, we're leading 21-0. Doesn't mean the game is over. We still got another half. Snowflake started to come back last week, so let's just make sure that we hold on. So, John, what do you think on this?
I think that you hit the nail on the head there. The Cougars seem just a little bit off kilter. They're just not fine-tuned this evening. Reisdorf has made some beautiful passes. There has been great coverage, but it hasn't been spectacular. But there's just been some drop balls. The Cougars should be hitting it full stride right now, and they just don't seem to be. I did get approached by a young lady when I went down to get a candy bar, and Angel's last name is pronounced Jaquez. Jaquez. So we have a correction there. We're not trained in the art of universal names here. We do the best we can. But
based on my experience, that would be Jaquez is how we've had it pronounced before. So
yeah,
just one of those. We apologize there if we've offended his family. Didn't mean that in any way, and we'll make sure we make the corrections here as Jaquez in the second half.
My mother's name is Juanita, and it's spelled with a J. I never could much understand that. She's out there listening to us in the van. You could blink the lights if you can hear us. I know she's listening, but her name is Juanita with a J. But other than that, the Cougars, they've done what they needed to do thus far in the ball game. 21-0 is the score. Payson is they just don't seem to be themselves. We don't know if they're running some new plays due to game footage, but it really seems to me like when they call those plays in, it's taken so long that it's catching them off guard. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see if they can make an adjustment here in the second half. I believe Payson is a lot better team than we've seen so far. So we'll wait and see if they can adjust. Payson their playoff life is on the line here. Sholo is looking for undefeated season, which is great, but they're in the playoffs. But Payson, on the other hand, is fighting to play next week. So we'll see what happens here. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout, and we'll be back. You've been listening to the Black Diamond Auto Glass halftime show. And we're going to take it back to the studio, and we'll be right back in 2 minutes.
Black Diamond Auto Glass provides the finest full-service mobile and in-shop glass repair services, from free chip repair to windshield replacement, tinting, and more. We're here to pamper you and your car.
Black Diamond Auto Glass. Yeah.
Get a delicious start to your day at Persnickity's. From hearty breakfast burritos to ham and eggs to biscuits and gravy to brown sugar French toast, Persnickity's is sure to satisfy. Lunchtime offers a variety of salads, sandwiches, and daily specials. You won't be able to resist their mouth-watering sweets, including their giant specialty cupcakes. If you can't leave the office, Persnickity's offers free delivery to local businesses from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Call 928-251-1965. Persnickity's on the east end of the Deuce in Sholo.
We know cars and trucks at Williams Brothers Auto Service. Our certified mechanics employ today's latest automotive technology and are equipped to handle all major and minor auto repair services on foreign and domestic vehicles. Locations in Sholo and Snowflake.
Is there anything better than all-you-can-eat pizza and wings at an amazing price? R&R Pizza Express has a lunch buffet Monday through Saturday from 11 to 2 for only $7.99. Enjoy their dinner buffet Tuesdays and Thursdays from 5 to 8 for just $8.99. R&R Pizza Express offers more than just delicious pizza and wings. They also have pasta and subs. R&R Pizza Express is open Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9. Head over today to satisfy your taste buds or call them and see if they deliver to your area. 928-358-1762.
When it comes to the internet, more megabits equals more speed. And that means better streaming of movies, better downloads, better online gaming, better everything. And Cable One high-speed internet gives you more bits for your buck than CenturyLink. Just take it from the Wall Street Journal. They reported that Cable One is a best value for high-speed internet. And in your area, we're the #1 value. So if you want more speed for your money, here's the value you're looking for.
Cable One, it's just common sense.
95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week presented by Sholo Ford. Streaming live on our website, kwkm.com. That's kwkm.com. We just got done with the Black Diamond Auto Glass halftime show, and Hugh the Net Keeler wandered off, and I believe we got an update on Jason Brown, the Sholo Cougar player that came out injured earlier with, I think it was a chop block that injured him. Where'd you find out?
I didn't find out anything. I'm just kidding.
He's a funny guy.
Actually, Jason Brown's been, he went to the hospital, go try and get some x-rays done. He doesn't believe his ankle is hurt, but it's definitely a high ankle issue, which is definitely troubles because those are something that don't heal very quickly. They take definitely 2-3 weeks easily to try to heal, and you'll have some lingering effects, but he's gone in right now to the hospital, try to find out if it's broke. They are taking x-rays and find out. So Hopefully, every news will come back good that it's just a sprain, and hopefully in a couple weeks he'll be ready to go when the playoffs really start to become big at that point in time.
So our thoughts and prayers go out to the Brown family, Jason Brown and Robin Colleen. I forgot his sister's name. He got a sister, too. Sorry, I should have remembered it, but I don't remember stuff. Anyway, our thoughts and prayers go out to them, that he's okay, that it's not a lingering bad injury. But Cougars are fixing to come back on the field. Everybody's coming back on the stretch. Cougars are on top, leading this ball game, 21-0. We've hashed and rehashed what the Cougars need to do. We really don't know, but by watching, we've got an idea, and they seems to me like they should be more in stride. The last game of the season, going into the playoffs, they just seem to be a little bit off.
And sometimes that happens. You see a letdown on a team when, as you would normally expect them to be pumped up and ready to go. It almost seems like as we are here, it's not snowflake. It's not a big game. They don't see it as a big game. They're in the playoffs, and so, great. They're trying for the undefeated season, but they're not getting too much pushback by the Payson Longhorns, and so you have that level of letdown, and it's unfortunate, but it happens. College, it happens. Pros, it just happens.
Yes, it does. It does just happen. It's been a great game so far. We want to thank Gene Barton and Dan the Man Grubner. They're out in the cold weather, so you can sit at home in your underwear, in your lazy boy, and watch this game. They're out there in the cold. They're so cold I couldn't even get a thumbs up out of them earlier. They won't even thumbs up me. But we want to thank them for doing the live streaming. We want to thank Lucy Marie back at the studio.
Spider-Woman.
She's going to do my makeup tomorrow for the Spooktacular. We want to remind everybody to come to the Spooktacular tomorrow. Tomorrow is Halloween, and they're going to have the singing contest. I've been practicing. They did the mash. They did the monster mash. The monster mash. It was quite a smash. Getting better, huh? Yeah, getting better. They won't let me sing, but I sing to myself anyway. So we're fixing to get underway. The clock's set back to 15 minutes. Cougars on top of the Payson Longhorns, 21-0. Here comes Alex Suarez, your kicker for the Longhorns. It looks like we have, I can't tell who's back there for the kickoff return. Looks like Mason Fagoti and Willie Wyatt.
Quentin Clark.
I don't think Quentin's back there. I don't think that's a number 2. I think it's number 21. We're going to see whoever it is. He's got the ball. He's going right up the middle. He's got one man to beat. He's got the kicker. Rumbling, tumbling, bumbling. They're going to drag him down. That's Jace, the mullet. Brewer going to take it down to the, looks like about the 16-yard line, 17-yard line. Beautiful return by Jace Brewer.
65-yard return. So Jace Brewer takes the ball at the near side hash, cuts it up into the middle of the field, sees the wide opening here on the far right side here as he cuts near side, cuts out to the far sideline, and just keeps going for 65-yard kickoff return.
So here comes the Cougars to the line. Rhett No Sweat Reichdorf bringing his Cougar offense to the line. We got Quentin Clark split out to the nearest. We got some massive confusion by the Longhorn defense. They're in their short yardage formation here. Normally we see Jason Brown back there. They're going to hand it off to Willie Wyatt going to the far side, and the Longhorns are up in on that one. That's going to be a no pickup there.
Yeah, that looks like that's going to be a yard loss on the play there for Willie Wyatt, but I like the change that the Longhorns have done here at half to make that stop. So it looks like they've made some changes in halftime against some of these runs and plays that Cougars are presenting.
So here comes Reichdorf to the line. Quentin Clark split out wide here to the near side. Short yardage formation, looking to pass the ball, rolling out to the near side. Clark does a button hook. Beautiful pass, beautiful catch. That's going to, looks like it's going to be close to moving the chains.
Yeah, it's going to move the chains. It's going to mark them down about 11.5-yard line of, oh no, sorry, I thought that, not 11, it should be like the 7, so that should be a first down. Not sure what the, flag down, so they're bringing the play back, so probably a hold against Sholo.
Hold or pushing off? What are they going to call here? I don't think Quentin pushed off that play.
10 yards. That's going to be a hold for sure.
Going to be a holding call against Cougars. That's going to back them up. Going to bring up second down and about 21-yard line. 21 yards.
25.
25 yards?
25 yards.
25 yards. Second and 25 for the Cougars.
Yeah, original line of scrimmage is 20-yard line, so they got to get to the 10, and they're sitting on the 35.
Sitting on the 35-yard line, no matter how you look at it. Reichdorf coming back in, trying to keep his hands warm. So he's going to bring the play in here. Going to bring his offense to the line. Quentin Clark, Mason Fagoti split out here to the near side. Jace Brewer to the far side. There's a snap. They bring some, going to be dropped by Mason.
Jace Brewer.
Or Jace Brewer. Yeah, Jace Brewer to the far side gets the quick pass. Hits him right in the chest. And he's going to drop it. It's going to bring up third down and 25.
Yeah, Jace Brewer's wide open there. You know, Rhett Reisdorf sees him, puts the ball right where he needs to, and goes right through his arms there down onto the ground.
So here comes Reichdorf bringing his offense to the line. Two receivers split to the near side, one to the far side. Single back, shotgun position. There's a snap. Going to hand it off. Willie Wyatt still on his feet. He's going to get it back up. He's going to gain about, 14 yards, looks like.
Oh, that's a bad spot.
That's a horrible spot.
Yeah, they're marking that back down at the 24-yard line. He easily got to the 21-yard line. They just did a bad spot on that, so pickup of 11 on the play.
Yeah, I don't know how they spotted that. It's going to bring up fourth down. That was a bad spot right there.
Wow.
Nevertheless, Cougars going to bring it to the line. Fourth down and about 14 to go.
Maybe they're having trouble seeing through all those masks that they have on to keep themselves warm down on that field.
Normally it's me that's blind, but this time it's the officials, and I'll vouch for it. There's the snap. Going to roll out here to the near side. Looking to pass the ball. There's the pass.
That's out of bounds.
Out of bounds. I couldn't see it because I had the window in the way. Bumped my head on the window there. So the Cougars going to turn the ball over in downs. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Longhorns going the other direction. So that's going to be 1st and 10 from the, where did they end up spotting that one at? About the 24-yard line?
Yeah, 23 and a half, 24. Who knows? Looks like it moved again, so.
They're moving that first down marker a little too soon, so the stick guys are having a hard time spotting it. 9.5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Payson's got some substitutions coming on here. And they get the play called in. Up under center. There's the snap. Going to hand it off. Coming to the near side. Going to break a tackle. Still on his feet. Going to be brought down by Mason Fagoti at the 46-yard line. 45-yard line. 1st and 10.
Beautiful run by Shane Law. He takes the handoff, comes around on the sweep to the left side. Beautiful run as he picks up, looks like 22 on the play.
So here comes the Longhorns up to the line. Juarez coming to the line here. Angel up under center. They get the play called in. There's a little bit of confusion. They have a man go to the other side of the line. Man in motion. But hand it off to him. Number 1. He's going to come back up the middle. That's Shane Law again. Looks like that's their change in offense that they talked about during halftime, getting the ball to Shane Law.
Well, at least the officials aren't biased in their spotting. They just blew this one, too, and marked him back 2 yards. So instead of a pickup of 9, it's pickup of 7 by Shane Law on that one.
Going to bring up 2nd and 3 for the Longhorns. Coaching staff's getting the play called in. They got a quarterback over there. They got 2 coaches, and we'll see which play they go with. He's up under center. There's the snap. Ball's loose. He's going to fall on it. Good heads-up play by Juarez. He does that real good. He's not going to take a chance of losing the ball. If he gets a bad snap over his head and it's loose, he's quick to fall on it. I commend him for that.
Yeah. Jaquez was quick to fall on that ball. So
Jaquez.
It's one of those. He bobbled the snap as he was coming back out and quickly fell on the ball because there was 3 Sholo Cougars right around him.
Hey, we just got a We just got an update from Athletic Director David Nicholas, and we're sad to report Jason Brown's ankle is broken. Jason's Brown ankle is broken. There's a snap, gets a pass off out here to the near side. Number 24. Who is that, number 24?
24 is DeAndre Terry.
DeAndre Terry.
Wide receiver screen, quick pickup of 12 yards.
Going to be first down for the Longhorns, so that's some horrible news. Thoughts and prayers go out to the Brown family. I know his mom and dad's going to be real upset about that, but hang in there, Jason, and you'll be back next year. You'll be back this year for other sports, so that's bad news. Jason Brown's ankle is broken. So Cougars defense going to shift, man in motion. They're going to hand it off, going the other direction again. That's Shane Law, and the Cougars going to get on that one pretty quick. That's going to be a minimal pickup. It's going to pick up about half a yard. I'm no Angel Moreno in on the stop for the Cougars. So it's going to bring up second down and about 9 yards, 9.5 yards, about 9 yards. Let's see what they can get going here. They're waiting for, man, they got everybody on the sideline over there calling in plays. I'm not real sure. I would get confused myself. The Longhorns looking at their wristbands. Here they go. Man in motion. They're going to hand it off to Law again, coming to the near side, and he's going to get taken down for a loss, looks like to me, from up here.
Yeah, Shane Law is going to lose the 1 yard that he just picked up going the other way, and finally, here we go. We're starting to see the defense of Sholo kind of keep their outside contained and not allowing him to get outside.
It's going to bring up third down and 10 for the Longhorns. 6:26 and counting remaining here in the third quarter. Sholo on top, 21-0. So they're getting the play called in for the Longhorns.
Now the frozen tundra, everybody's bringing their personal heaters.
Yes, they are. Here comes the snap, man in motion. They're going to fake it to Law, and they're going to hand it back off over here to, I believe that's number
Alex
7, Alex Suarez. And he's going to get up there close. No, not real close to a first down. I thought it was closer than that. But it's going to bring up fourth and about 3.5, 4 yards for the Longhorns.
Yeah, pick up a 7 on the play. Suarez lined up basically as the wing back on the right side. Snap the ball, he comes around to the near side towards us, takes the inside handoff and cuts up inside the lines, able to get up there for 7 yards.
So the Longhorns are looking to get a first down here, 4th and 4. Here we go, got a man in motion. He's going to slip. They're going to fake the handoff. They're going to pass it over to the far side. And I'm not sure.
It's going to be close.
It's going to be close. I think he gave it to him. I think he walked up forward enough to give it to him there.
Yeah, DeAndre Terry came back for the ball instead of letting the ball come to him. He had to quickly make some moves to, get upside and split two of the Sholo Cougar defenders. He made contact with him. Looks like they're going to give him the first down as he, was able to fall forward far enough, and that's exactly what they did. Gave him the first down.
Well, they didn't measure it or anything. They're going to give it to him. I looked a lot closer than that. That looked like a measurement. How do you pronounce this quarterback's last name again?
Hawkes.
Hawkes going to bring his team to the line. Got a receiver split out to the far side, up under center. Man in motion again. Going to hand it off to him. I don't believe that's Law that time. Cougars are all over. He's still pushing, though. They're pushing the pile. They're letting him push. They finally blow the whistle.
Yeah, Alex Suarez again. He's lining up as the wingback on the right side. They quickly go through and do the inside handoff as he busts up into the line. Looks like there's a flag on the play there. Looks like they're going to call holding against Payson. So if that's the case, instead of a 5-yard forward progress, they're going to end up being back.
They're going to end up being back.
See where they're going to mark it because it's a spot foul. So 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Referee's looking there. So, basically a 9-yard penalty. So, here they are, 1st and 19, and here's the mental mistakes we said that they need to eliminate to be able to start getting back into the game.
That looked like more than 10 yards from the spot of the foul, though. Well, the spot of the foul, I was going from the end of the run. Yeah, that could be, So, yes, that is one of those mental mistakes right there. They were driving. Everything positive was happening for them, and now this puts them way back in the hole here. It's going to be first down and about, what is that, 19? 19 yards. Here comes the snap. Fumble. Cougars got the ball.
Number 50
Still
looks
on
like
his ball, on
Jamie
his feet.
Webb.
That looks like Jamie Black Widow Webb gets the bounce in stride, and Jamie Webb's going to run it down to about the 30-yard line of the Longhorns. 1st and 10, Cougars. Beautiful play.
Yeah, 26-yard return on that fumble pickup. So Jaquez went to hand the ball off to, I believe it was Alex Suarez, came in motion across to take the handoff. Ball bounced out of there, and all they could do was look at it as it hit the ground. And as soon as it hit the ground and bounced up, Jamie Webb had it in his hands, and he's running the other way for a 25-yard return, 26-yard return, sorry.
So here comes the Cougars to the line. Reisdorf bringing his offense to the line here. Quentin Clark split out wide to the near side. 2 receivers to the far side. Shotgun position. Single back. He's going to pass it to Clark. A quick pass. His defender goes for the pass. Misses it. And Quentin Clark, touchdown.
There it is. 35-yard is basically a quick slant there by Quentin Clark because they see that the defender's playing 10 yards off. Quick slant in. He catches the ball right in front of the defender, is able to break the arm tackle, quickly bounces back outside to avoid the safety, who is able to swipe at the legs. He's able to make sure that misses, and in he goes. 35-yard touchdown reception.
The defender went for a half-hearted attempt to knock the ball down. It was half-hearted, and then tried a less than that half-hearted one-arm tackle. Quentin Clark blows through it, and a man comes from at an angle from across the field. Can't get there in time. Clark touchdown. There's the notary putting his stamp of approval on it. It's good. Cougars go up now 28-0. Sholo Cougars on top of the Payson Longhorns. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week presented by Sholo Ford.
You're clear.
It's just as cool in here as it is out there.
We're here so you don't have to quit fishing or tell the grandkids you can't keep up with them anymore. Wouldn't it be nice to get back in the gym again or be able to play a full 18 like the old days?
Summit Healthcare offers this active community the latest in orthopedic procedures. Whether it's a sports injury, total joint replacement, or something else, have your surgery and rehab right here at home.
Get the most out of life again. Visit summithealthortho.net today.
Here in the third quarter, Cougars just went back in the end zone with a quick slant pass to Quentin Tarantino Clark, and a half-hearted attempt to knock the ball down, half-hearted attempt to tackle him. Quentin Clark blows through the arm tackle, outruns the next would-be tackler, and in for the touchdown. Cougars on top, 28-0.
That's exactly what Quentin Clark needed there. He'd been struggling all game long. Just get him the ball, let him catch it, and let him run and stuff, and I think that'll help him out here now at this point.
I believe you're right. There's the kick from the notary. Hey, good field position for the Longhorns again. It's taken at about, the 15-yard line?
Yeah, taken by a 15-yard line. Shane Law grabs the ball, comes straight up field, able to pick up, looks like about 24 on the return. Here they are at their own 39 going forward. So let's just see if they can cut out the mistakes that caused this game to get away from them again.
See if they can get something positive going here from a good return. They've had several good returns, but they've been yet to...
new player in, John. Look at that. Big. You know they're new when all of a sudden their white uniforms shine really well.
Solid white. We got a couple new players in, looks like. We got a big receiver over here that's wearing white. Here comes the snap. Man in motion. Gonna hand it off.
Fumbled the ball.
Cougars got the ball. Cougar football looks like on the 39-yard line, 38-yard line. Cougar football. Choo-choo. Fillingham.
I don't think Cameron Moore got a handle on that ball very well at all, and as he was going down, the ball was already on the ground, and three Sholo Cougars kind of looking at it for some reason before they even put their arms around it, probably in shock that, hey, there's a pigskin on the ground.
when you see that number 6 get the ball or anything, you hear all the players down on the sideline go, choo, choo, choo. They call him Levi Choo-Choo Fillingham. He's in to get the fumble there. Going to hand it off Willie Wonka Wyatt. would-be tackler behind him, still on his feet. He's going to roll over a couple would-be tacklers and get the ball down to, looks like about the 19-yard line.
Yeah, that was a great little 18-yard pickup by Willie Wyatt. He took the handoff, he busted up through the line off tackle, quickly bounces to the outside, breaks a couple arm tackles here and there before somebody goes low on him and takes out his legs.
Just under 4 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Cougars on top, 28-0, and they're driving. 1st and 10 on about the 19-yard line of the Longhorns. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Lone back is Willie Wonka Wyatt. Here comes the snap. Wyatt's going to take the ball, rumbling, tumbling, bumbling, still on his feet. He's going to take it down to about the 8 or 9 yard line there.
Wow, he took a hit. He hit into the line. He got 3 yards deep into the Payson defenders and stuff, and somebody just plowed right into his chest. Willie Wyatt just kind of spun around and continued going, picking up another 4 yards on the play. So, 7-yard pickup on the play, good running, and wow, he can take a hit, that's for sure.
That's great running. Just under 3 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Reisdorf, shotgun position. There's the snap, going to fake the handoff. They had that close receiver. They don't care. Guess what? They're going to put it in the end zone. That's going to be
Jace Brewer.
That is Jace Brewer. Touchdown for the Mullet Man. Making the Mullets proud. That's me and him. But we're live and well. Touchdown Cougars. Beautiful pass. They picked up their short defender on that little draw play, that little screen play, whatever you want to call it.
They weren't looking. Reisdorf was not looking for him at all. He was watching Jace Brewer all the way. Jace Brewer was open there for a little bit. Reisdorf just didn't get the ball to him. Jace Brewer at that point in time just started coming across the field, found the open spot, and away he went.
There's a notary. He's going to put his stamp of what are they waiting to call?
No, they offsides against number 1 for Shane Law.
Shane Law, way off.
Payson. He started way back and got a running start and just got into the neutral zone before the ball was snapped.
That I give you flashbacks. That's like arena ball stuff there, where you get a full run, hoping they'll snap it at the same time when you get there.
Well, it's not the offensive side where they did that. It's the defensive side. But you're absolutely correct. That was one of the things I always asked my coach. But, Coach, how do I know? I don't want to be offsides. He's like, don't worry, we'll have the ball snapped. I think out of all the times we did that, I was only offsides once.
I love that arena ball where they're full speed when the ball gets snapped. So Reisdorf's back out there, under center, going to hand it off to Willie Wyatt, and
puts his head down, scores a 2-point conversion.
He made it. 2 points, so 36-0 is your score now. 2 minutes and 47 seconds remaining in the third quarter. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford.
Is there anything better than all-you-can-eat pizza and wings at an amazing price? R&R Pizza Express has a lunch buffet Monday through Saturday from 11 to 2 for only $7.99. Enjoy their dinner buffet Tuesdays and Thursdays from 5 to 8 for just $8.99. R&R Pizza Express offers more than just delicious pizza and wings. They also have pasta and subs. R&R Pizza Express is open Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9. Head over today to satisfy your taste buds or call them and see if they deliver to your area. 928-358-1762.
Welcome back to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford. We're having a debate here on just how cold it is outside. We have Gene Barton and Dan the Man Grubner outside providing you with live HD streaming, and I haven't seen either one of them move in a long, long time. And I'm not sure if they're frozen to the tripod and the laptop or what's going on. But it is a little bit cold out there.
Short strokes. They don't have to move much. Just short strokes.
Just keep your fingers close to the letters that you want to hit. Here comes the notary, Gardner out there, the #1 kick scorer in the state. He's going to boot the ball. It's going to be taken at about the 14-yard line. 14-yard line. And he's not going to make it far this time. Dylan Gabbard. Yeah, nice tackle there. Going to be a short gain this time.
Yeah, only 10-yard pickup on the play. Shane Law basically bobble the ball a little bit. The ball falls down. He picks it up and comes back. So he didn't get too much, though. But, it might be cold outside, but, I think it's still shorts weather.
It could be if you have a long furry jacket. We want to say hi to some of our alumni out there. Bubba Vogt is a longtime Cougar fan, born and raised here, moved off, got married. We want to say hi to him. He is a dedicated online streamer that watches the games on kwkm.com. That's kwkm.com. So, hey, Bubba Vogt, here comes the Longhorns. Going to hand it off, going to the far side, and it's going to be a minimal gain, but it will be a positive gain there.
Yeah, pick up a 2 on the play by DeAndre Terry. He lines up his wing back on the left side, snap the ball, he drops back 2 yards, comes over, catches the handoff from Jaquez, and picks up. Actually, they're going to mark him forward for 3 on the play.
Dylan Gabbard is pumped up. They brought him in the game here, and he's on fire. He was in on that stuff. Here comes the snap. Man in motion. Going to fake the handoff. Under pressure back there, and it's going to be a big loss. It's going to take him back maybe past the original line of scrimmage.
Let's see where they mark him down at. You never know with the referees. They're going to mark him, just a loss of 2.5, so... it's going to be a long 9.
Wow, that's a good mark for the Longhorns there. This officiating crew, they make some crazy marks, but they're doing it both ways. It's not like one-sided. So here comes Payson. I'm not even going to say his last name. Up under center, man in motion. Going to hand it off to Law, going the other way, and they're going to be all over that. That's going to bring up 4th down and long. 4th down and about a long 7.
Yeah, Jaquez, lined up under center, takes a snap, drops back, hands off to Shane Law coming around the edge, and he's able to pick up 4 on the play.
So Jaquez goes out, and here comes the punting staff on. And do we still have the same punter out there? Is that still number 7 out there? Alex Suarez?
Can't tell now.
I can't tell either. He looks awful white to be number 7.
Yes, number 7.
Yeah, he's running. There's the punt, and it's going to go out of bounds. Just depends on where they mark it out of bounds.
That's going to be spot probably around the 49.
Here comes the official. Boy, that was a good eye.
Wow, 48. I was off a yard.
Man, I don't know how you saw that from all the way on the other side of the field. That was the luck of the draw, my friend. We want to remind everybody that we send out our prayers and wishes for a speedy recovery to Jason Brown. The Sholo Cougar was injured earlier on looked like a chop block, more than likely a chop block, and it broke his ankle. So he's in the hospital. We want to send out our prayers and best wishes to him and his family for a speedy recovery. Jason is a good kid, good grades, good outstanding athlete, just a great all-around kid, and we hope him all the best. He'll be back healthy pretty soon, but this will end his football career for this year. Here comes Reisdorf, shotgun. He's going to hand it off to the far side, and that looks like Weston Kimes, maybe.
Looks like James Turner, number 20.
Could have been James the working man Turner. We're going to see who comes out of that pile, and that is James. No? That looks like,
is that 20? 28.
That is...
He's a little guy.
Looks like 20... Is it
that
24, Weston
Do we
Kimes?
have a 28?
We don't have a 28.
I don't have 20. That's 20 then.
We don't have a 20.
Yeah, see, right there behind number 21, Fagoti. That's 20.
Okay.
Yeah, number 20, little bitty guy.
So that is James, the working man Turner out there.
All of 5'7", 140 pounds.
James,
Pick up
the
a
working
3.
man Turner is your man. We're going to take a 30-second timeout because the clock is fixing to run down. That's going to be the end of the third quarter. We're going to take a 30-second timeout and come back to James, the working man Turner playing ball. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford.
We're here so you don't have to quit fishing or tell the grandkids you can't keep up with them anymore. Wouldn't it be nice to get back in the gym again or be able to play a full 18 like the old days?
Summit Healthcare offers this active community the latest in orthopedic procedures. Whether it's a sports injury, total joint replacement, or something else, have your surgery and rehab right here at home.
Get the most out of life again Visit summithealthortho.net today.
Welcome back to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford. Tomorrow is the last day. Oh, we're streaming live, too, at our website, kwkm.com. But don't forget, tomorrow is the last day of the month, October 31st, Halloween. Happy Halloween to all of you out there. But we want to remind you that you can stop by Sholo Ford, and Guy Hatch and his crew there have set up a deal. They have a pink car out in the parking lot, and they want to bash out cancer. They're going to bash out breast cancer. Stop by, give a $10 donation. You get to hit that car 3 times with whatever you want. I'm going to hit it with my forehead. And Guy Hatch will match your $10, and it goes to the breast cancer research, I guess is what they call it, right? The Coleman Foundation. So stop by. I'll be there about noon. I'm going at about noon to bash that car. Let's bash out breast cancer. Guy Hatch and his staff have devoted some time and energy to do this. Stop by and buy a car, and they will give $100 for every car that's bought. If they could sell a bunch of them tomorrow, they will give $100 for every car. That play was an incomplete pass, but we have a flag on the ground, and that's, I don't know what that means. That means
that's
it's
personal foul, roughing the passer.
It's a personal foul, roughing the passer.
See,
I thought Hugh the Net Keeler was doing that. They do sign language on bubble guppies, and I think that means, what time is it? It's time for lunch.
You know, John, we should let everybody know we're here at Lambeau Field.
It's a little bit cold out there. We're no Lambeau Field here.
Yeah, got to give the shout out for Gene Barton down there on the
metal bleachers. Yeah, it is cold.
The HD live streaming there is, I'm being told it's 37 degrees outside.
And she's like, I'm done with this HD live streaming. Here comes the snap to Reisdorf, going from the shotgun, going to hand it off, and that's going to be
Weston Time.
My buddy there, Weston Kimes. His name is spelled Kimmy, but you don't call him Kimmy because he'll hit you, and he don't care if you're older than he is. He'll hit you anyway. Weston Kimes, a sophomore.
Where'd you learn to spell?
Look, well, they changed it.
K-E-I.
Well, it's spelled Kimmy.
Not K-I-M.
You keep correcting me, I'm going to punch you right in the neck. Look at the moon over there. It's a football moon. It's a Halloween moon.
It's Deflategate.
It is Deflategate over there. We got about half a moon. It's the Patriot kind of moon here. So we have 11:08 remaining. The Cougars on top 36-0. They've dominated the game, but not in a dominating fashion. Here comes Reisdorf from the shotgun position. Looking downfield, little bit of pressure, just out of the reach of, that looks like Weston Kimes over there, I believe. Mason Fagoti, 21. I thought it was a 24 over there.
I don't want to upset you there.
And Mason Fagoti has had spectacular games the last few weeks. We haven't called his number a lot tonight, but he has been playing great ball.
He had a beautiful catch early in the game, if you remember, second quarter.
He did.
You know, it was about a 35-yard pickup there as he came down, cut inside of his defender, and caught the ball as he was kind of falling to the ground. So,
but other than the defense, other than that one catch in the defense, he hasn't been a big part of this offense tonight, but they tried to get it their turn this time.
But the defense have been a big part.
Defense have been
a shutout.
Stupendous part. There's a snap. Looking to pass the ball, a little bit of pressure, and he's going to hit the mullet man, Jace Brewer, over here at about the 29-yard line. That's going to be 1st and 10, Sholo.
Yeah, beautiful throw by Reisdorf, catches him. Brewer's pretty much kind of on his knees at the time, is able to reach out and snag the ball for looks like that's a 16-yard pickup.
So that was a beautiful pickup by the Cougars, going to be 1st and 10. So here comes Reisdorf up to the line. Got Nick Reedhead split off here to the near side. 2 receivers to the far side. Single back. There's going to be the pass caught on the far side. Going to juke there, still on his feet. Going to be brought down by going to be chased down for the tackle. And who was that caught the ball?
85, Hunter Adams. Is that what he said? What I heard?
Adams,
yeah.
Number 85.
Hunter Denham.
Hunter Denham is your receiver out there.
Beautiful read by him. He sees the balls, coming to him. He could have waited for it, but he saw the defender breaking on the ball, and he felt at that point in time he better get in front of the defender. He's able to get the ball before it's picked off, and pickup of, that was a pickup of about another 17 yards for
First
him.
and goal for the Cougars, Hunter Denham. Welcome to the jungle, buddy. It's going to be a handoff to Weston Kimes. Touchdown, Sholo. Weston Kimes is one of this just unbelievable sophomore clan that will be here for the next 2 years. I mean, this is an unbelievable sophomore group they got here. So Weston Kimes going to put it in the end zone. Touchdown, Sholo. We're going to score 42-0. Sholo, here comes the notary. The notary, Cole, the notary Gardenier, out to put his stamp of approval on it. He steps her off. He's waiting for the snap. Got the flag girls trolling their flags. It gets blocked. I think it was just one of them low kicks where he slid a little bit and he drove it off somebody's helmet.
No, you got to give credit to Payson on that one. Payson busted through the line, both outsides and the middle came through, and it ended up getting blocked as they were coming up the middle. So got to give kudos to Payson for that, for breaking that line up and getting in there to block the kick.
I'll give him credit. Kudos to Payson for that. But Payson's got to get something going offensively. 9:45 remaining here in the ball game. They need to I don't know where the playoffs stand right this minute on a Friday night. I don't know who's winning, who's losing, so I can't update you on that. But I know this. I know Payson was right on the verge of not making it in. And any points they score, PowerPoint-wise, could be a big difference whether or not they make it in the playoffs tonight.
Yeah, Payson and Blue Wars are both down there pretty much close, I'd say around 13-14 last week. So there are a few other teams that are less than them here in Division 4. But last week when I looked, that's where they were at. And I wasn't sure if Payson won last week or not. But if they didn't, this is definitely a must-win game for them. If they won last week, it might easily be, they're going to be in. But, yeah, you're starting to see some new players come in here for Payson playing.
So, yeah, I feel bad for Payson. They've had some key players that have been injured. They thought they had their star running back. He got hurt just prior to this game. So I feel for them, and I would hate to see them possibly making it in the playoffs, and not because they couldn't get no points on the board or anything. But it's going to get a nice run back to the 35-yard line by Alex Suarez. So they got good starting position, good field position to start off here with 9 minutes and 40 seconds remaining here in the ball game. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Longhorns from the 36-yard line, looks like, and it's going to be timeout Sholo. So we're going to go back to the studio for a 30-second timeout. Cougars are going to sub in some people. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford.
Get a delicious start to your day at Persnickity's. From hearty breakfast burritos to ham and eggs to biscuits and gravy to brown sugar French toast, Persnickity's is sure to satisfy. Lunchtime offers a variety of salads, sandwiches, and daily specials. You won't be able to resist their mouth-watering sweets, including their giant specialty cupcakes. If you can't leave the office, Persnickity's offers free delivery to local businesses from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Call 928-251-1965. Persnickity's on the east end of the Deuce in Sholo.
Welcome back to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford. We were just standing here, me and Hugh the Neck Keeler, talking about the PowerPoint situation and how PowerPoints can come back to haunt you at the drop of a hat. We were discussing how you get negative PowerPoints. I don't understand any of it. Do you understand? Some of it makes absolutely no sense to me at all.
Earlier in the season, I was talking to a couple coaches, and they were talking about bringing back the old way, the way it used to be of, this is your division, this is your region. And it just makes more sense that way than to these PowerPoints that, as you always appear to be, is just subjective more than objective. It doesn't seem to be based on anything real.
Well, I agree. They take the snap, going to hand it off to Cameron Moore. That's a new name. He's a junior. He's going to pick up about 5 yards. So they're going to call the play in. Here comes the snap. Got a man in motion. Going to hand it off to number 4. He's going to cut back up inside. The Cougars are all over that.
Yeah, there's a new guy there. So he basically loses 1 yard on the play there by Christian Mann.
Christian Mann, he's a sophomore, 135 pounds, and a nice white uniform. So they're looking for the play to get called in. The quarterback is still, Jaquez is still your, no? I don't think it is Jaquez anymore. I believe we're looking at number 28 as a quarterback.
There's no 28. You sure?
I thought it was.
It's number 20.
28.
Jed Buse.
28.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know who that is. Number 28's now in as your quarterback. We don't have him on our lineup, so it's hard to call his name. But Gabbard is in on the stop for the Cougars. And not before they get it up close to a first down. Going to bring up, looks like they said turn her over first. No, they're telling him turn it back. It's going to be fourth and, no, now they're saying first down. I'm out. Wow, was that confusing or what? They flipped it once, and they had him flip it back to fourth down, and then they went ahead and flipped it first down. Longhorns, yep, they moved them all, so it's first down Longhorns. If you're watching live on kwcam.com, then you can call in and explain to us just what happened with all that line marker change over there.
It's a brain freeze.
Nevertheless, here come the Longhorns up to the line, number 28. He's going to hand it off to number 4, go in the opposite direction, and the Cougars are going to bring him down, not before Christian Mann is going to pick up about, looks like he's going to pick up about 4 yards, 3 yards on the play. He's going to bring up 2nd and 7 for the Longhorns.
Still trying to figure out our quarterback there. I'm wondering if maybe Chad Davis has changed numbers.
I don't know. 7:07 remaining and counting here in the ball game. Here comes the Longhorns, 2nd and about 7. Man in motion. There's the snap. Going to hand it off to number 4. Man again.
Wow.
In the opposite direction. And he gets drilled. Look at that. Herschel Walker in on the stop for the Cougars over there. Number 4, a freshman. Beautiful tackle by Herschel Walker. Not before they're going to pick up about, what did they pick up there? About 5 yards. That's going to bring up third down and 3. Here comes the Longhorns, number 28. I wish we knew his name. He's going to check his wristband. And here comes the snap. And they're going to hand it off up the middle. He's going to get a first down. That's going to be, let's see who that one is.
Cameron
Moore. Number 5, Cameron Moore. And the Longhorns are moving the ball all of a sudden. It's a little too late with 6 minutes and 12 seconds remaining in the ball game. But it's good to see something positive coming out of this ball game for them.
Absolutely. So it's just, you got to do something, and maybe bringing in new players helps them out a little bit.
Maybe it does. Little change of atmosphere. Man in motion. There's snap. Going to hand it off number 4 again. Going the far side. Christian Mann seems to be their new number 1 target here to hand it off to. He's picked up positive yards, I think, on every time he's touched the ball, so you can't go wrong there.
Yeah, he's a little guy himself, only 5'7", 135 too.
He's not real big.
He's got some speed, though, I tell you.
So here comes the snap. Got men moving everywhere. Number 28 is going to look back up to the coaching staff. They must be hollering at him. And I believe they did an option there. Change of plays. Going to hand it off here to the near side, and that play did not work. That's going to be a loss of yardage there for the Longhorns.
Yeah, he ran into a sea of green and yellow out there as he came around this near side to us, and basically no pickup on the play whatsoever, and just kind of stuffed for nothing.
I found my Thrills Meals in there on the stop for the Cougars, and we like to call it green and gold, not green and yellow. Just by the way, if you're in Cougar country, you got to get the gold in there. So here comes the Longhorns back up. It's going to be 3rd and long. Man in motion. He's going to bobble the snap, and the Cougars going to fall. That's the big difference between that quarterback and
Jaquez.
Jaquez
would have fell on that.
Jaquez would have fallen on the ball right there. They'd have never had an option to get that ball. So that's going to be 1st and 10 Cougars with 4 minutes and 36 seconds remaining here in the ball game. Cougars are on top of the Longhorns, 42-0. So we're waiting for Coach Reisdorf to get his team on the field, and we're going to have a timeout. Payson, so we're going to go back to the studio for 30-second timeout. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford.
When it comes to the internet, more megabits equals more speed. And that means better streaming of movies, better downloads, better online gaming, better everything. And Cable One high-speed internet gives you more bits for your buck than CenturyLink. Just take it from the Wall Street Journal. They reported that Cable One is a best value for high-speed internet. And in your area, we're the #1 value. So if you want more speed for your money, here's the value you're looking for.
Cable One, it's just common sense.
Game of the Week presented by Sholo Ford, streaming live on our website in high definition. That's high definition, just like the NFL is streamed into your living room at kwkm.com. That's kwkm.com. The Cougars have taken a commanding lead here. Fourth quarter with 4 minutes and 36 seconds remaining. Cougars on top. Payson Longhorns 42-0. Payson put in some new players on that last offensive possession that they had there and got some positive things going, but then on a bad snap over the head of the quarterback, and they didn't fall on it. Cougars football.
Yeah, another little mental mistake. So
it's a heartbreaker watching them just derail here. The Longhorns, we know for a fact they have a lot better team than what they've shown here. The Cougars have a great team, and there's a pass that's going to be low, out of the reach of the receiver. That's going to bring up second down, incomplete pass. We know the Cougars have a better team than they've shown tonight, but I know for a fact that Payson has a better team that they've shown tonight, and it's sad to see a team derail the way they have, especially going into the playoffs. You just hate to see it. They're at the bottom of the list to make it into the playoffs. We don't know the standings of everybody at this point in time, where everybody stands. We know Blue Ridge and Payson were at the bottom of the rankings as far as to make it, and we'll just have to wait and see how everything shakes out with the PowerPoints and everything. Here comes the Cougars, 2nd and 10, and we have a quarterback change. That is number 17, Dominic Cerna, and he's going to hand it off to James, the working man, Turner. And James Turner's going to make it around the outside, and he's going to get close to a first down. Dominic Cerna is your quarterback, and James, the working man, Turner, is going to move those chains.
Pick up a 12 on that play. Nice little speed by him.
For all of you dedicated listeners that listen to us do Little League All-Stars, you're very aware of James, the working man, Turner. We called his name a lot during Little League All-Stars. This is a spectacular kid. He's a great kid, and he loves playing ball. Any kind of ball you got, he'll play it. He'll go golf with you if you want. So here comes Dominic Cerna to the line. 3 minutes and counting remaining here in the ball game. There's a snap. Going to hand it off to James, the working man, Turner, going to the far side. Got a blocker out in front of him. Rumbling, tumbling, bumbling, and plowing over the last would-be tackler. And he's going to move those chains. First down, Cougars. That's going to be a pickup of
17 on that play.
17 yards for James, the working man, Turner.
Yeah, he got around the outside, had some great blocks by his receivers and tight end there. He's able to get to the outside and rumble down there for that nice little 17-yard pickup for him.
James, the working man, Turner, is a freshman, 5'7", 140 pounds. I think they lied on that. I don't think he weighs a pound over 137. But this kid will play ball. They're going to hand it off to James Turner, and he's going to get tackled at the legs, right up the middle, and he just gets tackled at the legs. And that's going to be probably a no pickup. Going to bring up 2nd and 10. So Dominic Cerna is yet to pass here. We're going to see what happens here. They're subbing in and out.
Yeah, Cerna's already passed once. It was incomplete.
Oh, yeah, he did. He did. He was incomplete. Cole Gardner, the notary's going in, number 22. We're going to see where they put him. He will line up and catch the ball, too, on occasion. And he's lined up as a receiver. There's a snap. Oh, no. James, the working man, Turner, he picks it back up, though. But he's going to get a big loss there.
Yeah, he drops the ball. Luckily, the ball bounces right back up to him and stuff. So
was that James Turner?
Yes.
Yeah, that was James Turner. So 1:35 and counting remaining in the ball game. Cougars on top of the Longhorns, 42-0. It's been my pleasure coming here tonight and being able to broadcast this game for Power 95.7 Hot FM. We want to thank Jean Barton. I don't know if she's alive or not. She could be frozen to death down there. Dan the Man Grubner, who shoots. I don't know of anybody that shoots better film than Dan the Man Grubner. He could be on the NFL. Lucy Marie back at the studio, and here comes James the Working Man Turner trying to make up for that last bobble, and he's going to get it up to the...
It looks like he's got to pick up about 10 on that play.
So it's going to bring up 4th down and about 8 yards for the Cougars. We have under a minute remaining and counting here. My name is Dr. Love. This is Hugh the Neck Keeler. Hugh the Neck Keeler needs to be commended, done a great job last week. And we are not going to quit broadcasting these games until they give out that gold trophy. So please stay with us for the upcoming Friday nights, well, even Saturday nights sometimes, because we're going to be here till they hand out that gold trophy. 23, 22, 21, and counting. And Dominic Cerna, shotgun position, going to hand it off James Turner. Coming around the outside, he's going to outrun his man. Touchdown, James, the Working Man Turner, puts it in the end zone.
Beautiful run.
Touchdown, Cholo. I am a happy camper, my friend.
James Turner took that ball, and it looked like it was supposed to pretty much be like a 27 sweep. And as he came around to that 7 hole, he all of a sudden saw there was a bunch of Longhorns sitting there, and he quickly did a cutout, came all the way out to the near sideline, and ran around, got around the edge there, and ran it in for a 12-yard touchdown run.
James, the Working Man Turner, booyah to you, my friend. Shut the front door. You've scored a touchdown in varsity football your freshman year. Proud of this young man. He has played a great game. That was awesome, wasn't it? He kicked in the afterburners. Made it to the outside corner, got around the outside.
Ran like he was scared.
Ran like he was scared. That's James the Working Man Turner. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back. The Payson Longhorns called timeout, so we'll be right back. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford.
Black Diamond Auto Glass provides the finest full-service mobile and in-shop glass repair services. From free chip repair to windshield replacement, tinting, and more. We're here to pamper you and your car.
Black Diamond Auto Glass. Yeah.
We know cars and trucks at Williams Brothers Auto Service. Our certified mechanics employ today's latest automotive technology and are equipped to handle all major and minor auto repair services on foreign and domestic vehicles. Locations in Sholo and Snowflake.
95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford. James, the Working Man Turner, a freshman. He is 5'7", 140 pounds. Just drove it in, come around the outside for a touchdown for the Cougars. Look at him running. He is one happy camper. Look at him. And that's the ball game. They're going to take a knee on the last play of the game, so the score is going to end up 48. No. They're still showing 7 seconds.
That was the extra point. No time runs off the clock on an extra point.
On an extra point. I thought they took the knee, though, on it, didn't they?
Well, yeah, it didn't want to run up a score. They're happy with the 48 points.
And so the clock doesn't run, though.
No,
there
it doesn't
go.
run.
Right. I got a correction
they still got the kickoff.
I got a correction there by Hugh the Neck Keeler. I'm going to rub his neck for a minute now to just... so they don't... No time runs off. So we're still going to get kickoff. Big Johnny Baird is out there, number 72. I'd like to see Johnny Baird kick the ball off. That's what I'd love to see. Johnny Baird, you talk about a good kid. That is a good kid out there. This Sholo team is loaded with good kids, and I know Payson is loaded with good kids too. I just hated to see him come here and derail like this with the possibility of making it into the playoffs. We don't know the final standings. We're going to find out. I'm not going to keep rattling on about that, but we will find out eventually. Hugh the Neck Keeler is going to do his stats like he does so well. So we'll have some stats here in a minute. And they have a black cell phone at the announcer stand. So if you need a new cell phone, just come here and say you lost yours. Maybe you can get it. I'm just saying. I would never do that. Well, I've only done it twice, but I would never do it again. But anyway, here we go. The notary, Cole, the notary Gardenier, out there to put a boot on the ball. And there's the kick. And he's going to kick it. He tried to hit Coach Reisdorf, I think. He almost succeeded, too. No, that wasn't Reisdorf. I don't know which coach that was down there. But it went right past his head. He wasn't paying attention, and he almost got arena balled right there. Because in arena ball, if you don't pay attention, let me tell you what happens to you. You will get hit hard by a ball or by a player. And don't, if you're in the front row, don't make people mad because you're going to get hit. And they're wearing pads and you're not. Yeah, I've seen a lot of drunks succumb to the pressure of a arena football game and get hurt badly. So we're going to wait for him to get lined up here. We want to thank Cable One. We're fixing to have the Cable One post-game show. Cable One, they do Around the Track with Kerry Murphy, NASCAR fans. You got to love that. And the clock's running. Payson is not going to snap the ball, so that's going to be your final score. Sholo Cougars have gone undefeated. Sholo Cougars, for the first time in Coach Randy Reisdorf's career, with his son as the quarterback, not Rathan Reisdorf, not Rathan, mind you. This is young Rhett Reisdorf. Young Rhett Reisdorf has led the Sholo Cougars to an undefeated season, and that's the first time for Coach Reisdorf to be undefeated. So that's an awesome feat for Coach Reisdorf, and he's out shaking hands with the coaching staff. We wish all these young men at Payson all the best of luck. Who knows? Who knows? They still could have made it in the playoffs. We're going to go back to the studio for a 2-minute timeout. We'll be back with some stats in the Cable One post-game show. You've been listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford.
Knowledge is power. That's why our goal is to empower you by providing you with all the information you need to choose the right home loan. Hi, this is Lacey Weeks with Empire Mortgage, and we pride ourselves in providing you with the best products, best fees, and a team that treats you like royalty. Empire Mortgage holds the keys to your journey home. Call 844-537-5626. That's 844-537-LOAN. Empire Mortgage, your mortgage consultant for life, where you are treated like royalty.
Equal housing lender, NMLS number 93-243 and NMLS 1286636.
We're here so you don't have to quit fishing or tell the grandkids you can't keep up with them anymore. Wouldn't it be nice to get back in the gym again or be able to play a full 18 like the old days?
Summit Healthcare offers this active community the latest in orthopedic procedures. Whether it's a sports injury, total joint replacement, or something else, have your surgery and rehab right here at home.
Get the most out of life again. Visit summithealthortho.net today.
Is there anything better than all-you-can-eat pizza and wings at an amazing price? R&R Pizza Express has a lunch buffet Monday through Saturday from 11 to 2 for only $7.99. Enjoy their dinner buffet Tuesdays and Thursdays from 5 to 8 for just $8.99. R&R Pizza Express offers more than just delicious pizza and wings. They also have pasta and subs. R&R Pizza Express is open Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9. Head over today to satisfy your taste buds or call them and see if they deliver to your area. 928-358-1762.
Black Diamond Auto Glass provides the finest full-service mobile and in-shop glass repair services, from free chip repair to windshield replacement, tinting, and more. We're here to pamper you and your car.
Black Diamond Auto Glass.
We know cars and trucks at Williams Brothers Auto Service. Our certified mechanics employ today's latest automotive technology and are equipped to handle all major and minor auto repair services on foreign and domestic vehicles. Locations in Sholo and Snowflake.
Welcome back to the Cable One post-game show. We're at Cougar Field, where the Sholo Cougars have just gone undefeated through the regular season, defeating the Payson Longhorns 48-0. Payson, I don't know, they came in here awful flat. They couldn't get anything going. Little mental mistakes, just little things turned into big things.
Yeah, they started the season out really well. They started out, I believe it was 4-0, and then Combs came in, and they just had a big letdown and figured it was a walkover team and lost that game. Came back the next week where they beat, I believe it was Blue Ridge.
Might have been after Combs, could have been.
And then at that point in time, lost a couple more. And so they come into this game, I believe, needing the actual win to be able to make the playoffs. Them and Blue Ridge as well needed to probably win tonight to get into the playoffs. And it was just a big letdown for them. There was a lot of mental mistakes, a bunch of fumbles, snaps over the head of the quarterback. just things that you just don't see in a team that really wanted it for some reason. And I'm sure they did, but it's just a lot of mental mistakes that just killed them here in that game tonight.
You know, you're absolutely right. We talked about how sometimes players or teams, they only play up to the expectations or up to the value of the team that they're playing. And sometimes that's true, sometimes it's not. Either way, they had a chance to beat a very good Sholo team because Sholo was not at peak performance. They kind of come out flat. They weren't fast-paced. They had a lot of drop balls, perfect passes by Rhett Reisdorf that were flat out dropped. Even though they did dominate the game at 48-0, it's hard to imagine sitting here saying Sholo come out flat, but they did. But and you very well could be right that if it had been a better team they were playing, maybe they would have looked a lot better. They looked excellent against Snowflake last week, so you very well could be right. Who knows? And you're probably right that Payson had to win. And no, they didn't look like a team that was fighting for their lives, that wanted it. But a lot of things go crazy, you know. And they did. They had a lot of small things turn into some big negative things in this game against them.
Yeah, you know, John, you're right. You know, when you look at Sholo, they definitely didn't look like the team that we saw last week. Well, let me rephrase that. They looked like the team we saw last week come out of halftime. They looked a little flat and not moving forward too much in the beginning of the game. Now, granted, they definitely, you know, won the time of possession as they were able to keep the clock running during the whole time. I mean, when you look at total plays, Payson ran 41 plays and Sholo ran 47. The difference is the completions on the passes kept the clock running for Sholo, where the incompletions on the opposite side of the field for Payson just kind of, you know, went against them. And, you know, that's what happens, you know, and Payson come in here and just were flat all around. Mental mistakes. Sholo seemed to kind of bog down to them for the first half, and I mean, Payson had every opportunity to come out and make something happen. They came out at the beginning of the second half and looked like a completely different team. They were starting to move the ball, and then all of a sudden the wheels fell off. You started to see, you know, the center snaps the ball way over the head of the quarterback, and now it's a minus 25 yards, and here it is now 2nd and 35, and you just kind of see the kids at that point in time going, oh my gosh, here we go again, and that kind of stopped them there. And that's when Sholo really took over the game and started, you know, running the ball, getting the plays the way they needed to, and I don't think they were only stopped once in that second half.
Yeah, they did. They come out and they looked a lot more organized and stuff in the second half, or somebody that wanted to just go ahead and put it away, just go ahead and finish it. You're absolutely right there. But I think they look great. You know, they went undefeated, so you can't say nothing bad about the Cougars, you know, because they do look good. So let's give us some stats, see what's going on here.
Yeah, so second half here as we go through, and, you know, it's one of those things. I combine the third and the fourth quarters. They just kind of run together a little bit on this. So for Payson had 62 yards rushing in the second half on 17 carries and 15 yards passing on 3 passing attempts. Totals for the game for Payson, 66 yards rushing on 34 carries, 22 yards passing on 7 attempts. Total yards, 88 yards on 41 plays. Basically 2 yards per play for Payson. And you can tell that is not a good stat to have. On the flip side, Sholo here, second half, 93 yards rushing on 13 carries with 2 TDs and 2 two-point conversions. 89 yards passing on 7 attempts with 2 touchdowns. Total yards for Sholo in the second half was 182 yards on 20 plays. Totals for Sholo, 282 yards rushing on 27 carries. 4 TDs and 2 two-point conversions. Passing 201 yards passing, which is phenomenal considering all the drop passes that Reisdorf actually threw. Not his fault. He threw them. They were in and out of the hands of his receivers, but he still comes out with 201 yards passing on 20 attempts. Total for Sholo, 483 total yards on 47 plays. And that's 10 yards per play that Sholo ran. And you can see the big difference, an 8-yard per play difference. Phenomenal for Sholo as you look at it. So definitely a decent game for Sholo. Averaging 10 yards per play is a phenomenal way to go. We're going to have to sit here and take a break here, John, I think, and come back and start discussing.
We're going to have to. So let's take a 2-minute timeout, and we're going to figure out who that is, and we'll be right back. You're listening to the Cable One post-game show. We'll be back after this.
When it comes to the internet, more megabits equals more speed. And that means better streaming of movies, better downloads, better online gaming, better everything. And Cable One high-speed internet gives you more bits for your buck than CenturyLink. Just take it from the Wall Street Journal. They reported that Cable One is a best value for high-speed internet. And in your area, we're the #1 value. So if you want more speed for your money, here's the value you're looking for.
Cable One, it's just common sense.
We're here so you don't have to quit fishing or tell the grandkids you can't keep up with them anymore. Wouldn't it be nice to get back in the gym again or be able to play a full 18 like the old days?
Summit Healthcare offers this active community the latest in orthopedic procedures. Whether it's a sports injury, total joint replacement, or something else, have your surgery and rehab right here at home.
Get the most out of life again. Visit summithealthortho.net today.
Get a delicious start to your day at Persnickity's. From hearty breakfast burritos to ham and eggs to biscuits and gravy to brown sugar French toast, Persnickity's is sure to satisfy. Lunchtime offers a variety of salads, sandwiches, and daily specials. You won't be able to resist their mouth-watering sweets, including their giant specialty cupcakes. If you can't leave the office, Persnickity's offers free delivery to local businesses from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Call 928-251-1965. Persnickity's on the east end of the Deuce in Sholo.
Knowledge is power. That's why our goal is to empower you by providing you with all the information you need to choose the right home loan. Hi, this is Lacey Weeks with Empire Mortgage, and we pride ourselves in providing you with the best products, best fees, and a team that treats you like royalty. Empire Mortgage holds the keys to your journey home. Call 844-537-5626. That's 844-537-LOAN. Empire Mortgage, your mortgage consultant for life, where you are treated like royalty.
Equal housing lender, NMLS number 93-243 and NMLS 128-663-6.
So for the player of the game and the play of the game, we're going with...
And I would have to say, John, you're absolutely correct, because you are all in imagination.
Willie Wonka Wyatt, right?
I know. We're getting the hand signals here. Gene Barton, we better hurry here. She's going to ring us out there.
Let me tell you guys, Gene Barton is not dead. She's alive and well, and she karate chopped the glass a moment ago, and it gave me a heart. I think I might have wet my pants a little, just a little bit. But I think you got to go with Willie Wonka Wyatt.
As the play of the game, it was one of those. Here we were in the second quarter. It was pretty much at that point in time only 14-0, and you're looking for Sholo to do something. And what happens? They're on their 34-yard line, and they hand the ball off to Willie Wyatt, who busts up into the middle off tackle, breaks 2 tackles at the line of scrimmage, continues rumbling till he gets back into the secondary, splits a couple defenders, breaks some arm tackles, and he's on a race as he basically scores on a 66-yard touchdown run. And that's what I got to say is the play of the game.
And so that equals the player of the game also.
The reason it equals the player of the game, Willie Wyatt, basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 rushes for 222 yards.
There you go.
Phenomenal rushing by Willie Wyatt as he puts on a great rushing clinic here for everybody. And so when we talk about player of the game and play of the game, it is Willie Wyatt through and through for tonight, because he is the one that led Sholo to this win.
So there you go. We're going to congratulate the Sholo Cougars on an undefeated regular season as they go into the playoffs this coming up weekend. Willie Wonka Wyatt is going to be our play of the game and our player of the game. We want to thank Jean Barton. She's karate chopping the window. Dan the Man Grubner, Lucy Marie,
Spider-Woman,
Hugh the Neck Keeler. I'm Dr. Love. They call me Dr. Love. Thanks for having us. Our thoughts and prayers go out to Jason Brown and Colleen and the whole family, the whole Brown family. Our thoughts and prayers go out to you, but we know we'll see him next week at the playoff game. He just won't be playing. So on behalf of Cable One and Sholo Ford and everybody else, we want to thank you for joining in. God bless, and we'll see you next week.
Next week, guys.
Good night, everybody.
Triple threat high school sports coverage. Radio, TV, internet. Only at Power 95.7.